Welcome to Kansas, Ohio, as the 2-7 Lakota Raiders play host to the 5-4 Calvert Senecas here at Lakota High Athletic Field for our Week 10 matchup at Heart of Ohio Sports. Good evening, everybody. My name is Dominic Helmstetter. You can hear me. You cannot see me tonight, which is probably a good thing for all of you watching. But you are all going to miss out because I've got some amazing people joining me. I've got Zach Dillon. I've got Connor Roush. And then I've got Greg on the keys. Welcome, guys.
Oh, this is going to be a great game tonight, Dominic.
It is, absolutely. All right, so tonight's pregame show is brought to you by Rogers Flowers. Flower shop season is in full swing. Stop in, make sure that you see Brian and his wonderful staff tonight. Grab something special for that someone special in your life. Rogers Flowers, truly your one-stop destination, just like Heart of Ohio Sports is your one-stop destination for high school football. All right, you can see on the screen right now the Calvert Senecas marching out on the field, and this is a huge one for them tonight, Zach, as Calvert, they're thinking playoffs. So this is playoff season, and it's not exactly a win and you're in. It's a little complex, but if they win, their chances skyrocket here, okay? So Coach Reeser, he's like, hey, take care of business. That's all we got to do. Take care of our business, and everything's going to be just fine here. So, but history's not on their side. Lakota, they've been playing tough this year, and they got Calvert last year. So what do you think's going to happen tonight here, Zach?
Yeah, like you said, Calvert, they don't control their own destiny, but they do control what they can do this game. This is going to be a tough one. We've talked about Lakota. They're a young team.
Very young.
This season has not gone the way they expected. But let me tell you, Dominic, it seems like they have some really plus coaching, and it seems like the culture change for first-year head coach, I think it's really starting to be put together, right? Because they haven't been out of games this year. You know, they've lost a handful, but it really never they've played teams tough, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So that's going to be one of the things tonight.
Yeah, we talked to Coach Lento, the Lakota head coach, and man, he is a fireball. He is he's amazing. And if you talk to other people in the area, they just rave about the influence that he's had on them, and they can't help but notice the fight that this team has constantly. And that's what I'm excited to see tonight, Zach, the fight. So let's, as we get ready for kickoff here, again, Calvert against the Lakota Raiders here from Kansas, Ohio. Zach, our ex-Carre keys to the game. What are you looking for with tonight's matchup?
Well, as we see the kick going on right here for Calvert, first of all, they're going to have to kick off their run defense really well, as we see an awesome bounce there.
And it's going to be number 5, Biddle, who takes it up right around the 20-yard line where he's drugged down. We'll get our first chance to see the Lakota offense tonight.
Yeah, so to continue, the run defense is going to have to be on point. They're one of the lower ones in the conference, so that's going to be a key tonight. They also need to limit turnovers. They need to air the ball out, because I think that's one place that Calvert really has an advantage. And then finally, they need to fill their lanes and have discipline against this run-heavy offense. And
Biddle is a dual-threat quarterback. He leads the team in rushing, passing, and overall touchdowns. So he's a marked man here tonight, Zach.
That he is.
We were talking to Coach Reeser, the Calvert head coach, before the game, and he said, with guys like Biddle, you have to have gap discipline on defense, and that's going to be the key, as you were mentioning. So here we go. I hand it off, and it's Williams off to the left side, met by that Calvert defensive line, drugged down after a short gain. That'll bring up 2nd and 9 for the Raiders.
Yeah, and that brings us to the keys of the game tonight for Lakota. First off, they need to capitalize on mistakes. Calvert turns the ball over a fair bit.
A lot.
And this season, Lakota has not done a great job of really taking advantage of turnovers. And I think they only have 4 interceptions on the year. That's going to be a big key.
Biddle swings it out to Dussel, who's hammered right at the 22-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and long for the Raiders. those were our X-Carre keys to the game. X-Carre, a staple in the Tiffin community. Make sure you stop out and check out their new look menu with some delicious items that you just have to try for yourself. So get your friends together, order a side of queso. You deserve it. Treat yourself, and make sure you stop out at the Tiffin Mall and tell them Heart of Ohio Sports sent you to X-Carre Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, and that's one thing we didn't talk about is Lakota has the spoiler mentality in tonight. Right, they don't have a playoffs, but this is their playoff game.
Absolutely, and they're going to air it out. So just knocked down. Calvert had a chance. Rumbach got his hands on the ball, just knocked it away, which is probably a smart move because now they get it at a primo position, possibly. And one of the cool things here is we were talking in pregame, the special teams for both of these football teams are excellent. They really are. So the return game here, as you've got Calvert back there. The return game is something, and Godfrey, he's a man to watch. So here we go. Kick it away, and Godfrey takes it at 45 up to the 40. He's moving 35-30. He's going to be drugged down right around the 25, so close to the original line of scrimmage. That's where Calvert's going to pick it up, and we'll get our first chance to see this Calvert offense. And as Zach was saying earlier, a lot of weapons here for the Senecas.
Yeah, a lot of weapons. Schultz, obviously, their quarterback. Billy Klaus, leading receiver. Jamison Godfrey. Can't forget about Rombach either, coming up the gut. So,
and you didn't even mention Warneman. He's a change of pace guy. Yeah,
pace back, exactly. Yeah. This game tonight, I think, is going to have to go through Schultz. We've seen some up and downs this year. He's played really well. He's had some struggles at times. So.
But when he clicks, it clicks. Meanwhile, it's Warneman gets the first carry tonight inside the 20. Solid gain on first down. That'll bring up second and short for the Seneca offense.
Yeah, that's what you like to see there. Kind of a fullback dive, it looked like, as Rombach was 5 yards behind.
Yeah, you've got those two backs joining Schultz in the backfield, so you never know where it's going to go. And they're both dangerous with the football in their hands as Schultz rolls out to his left, and he's slinging it. He's got his man who's going to be drugged down right around the 12-yard line. Good enough for a first down for the Senecas. So Schultz able to connect with his first pass of the game, and you were talking about how he can be a little up and down, but positive gain this time.
Exactly. Good ball placement there by Schultz, getting it up away where only Wolf could get it. And good contested catch coming down with the football.
So 1st and 10 for Calvert as they're sitting right around the 12-yard line here. And it's going to be Rumbach off to the right side. He's got a full head of steam, and he's going to be in for a touchdown. Touchdown, Calvert, and they strike first tonight in this big SBC showdown.
Great job there. The highlight there of that play, I think, was actually the run blocking, the lead block that he got from number 21, Cal Warneman. He was able to get his butt around, seal the edge, and Rombach basically walked in for the touchdown.
Did not have a lot of opposition there, Rombach, as he just, as soon as he got around that corner, he just squared his shoulders and powered his way right into the end zone. And Calvert, they score first as they've got that 6-0 lead with 9:16 left in the first quarter here from Kansas, Ohio. All right, Calvert, they're going to go for 2 here. So let's see how they do this. Schultz going to give it to Warneman. Warneman right up the middle. He's pushing, and he's in. 2-point conversion, good. Calvert, 8. Lakota, 0. That's your first score of the evening. And, of course, we'd like to thank our scoreboard sponsor here, First National Bank of Sycamore. They help keep us straight with all the numbers, just like they can help keep you straight with all the numbers. So make sure you dial up First National Bank of Sycamore, and they've got branches all over the place. So if you're in this Seneca County area, they've got you covered. So solid first drive for the Calvert offense. Pretty simple. Run, quick pass, run.
Exactly. I mean, a lot of times, almost every time, coaches have as kind of a scheme. They have their game plan laid out. The first 10, 15 plays, they know what they're going to call, right?
Yeah.
So they have a look. And it just went according to plan there for Coach Reeser.
Absolutely. And, just listening to him talk before the game, he was hyped for tonight, Zach. He really was. And just talking to some of the guys on the field, they were dialed in. They're ready to go. So let's hope that this continues as they start off hot usually, but that third quarter that's the litmus test. Can they keep the momentum going here? So here we go. It's going to be Biddle who picks it up around the 5. He's got not much blocking as he's going to be taken down right around the 10-yard line. And the Raiders are going to come back out onto the field, and we'll get another chance to see this offense and see what they can do after Calvert marched right down there and put up some points.
Yeah, one of the keys for Lakota tonight is they really can't fall behind. They haven't done too well this season when other teams get off to that hot start. What are they averaging a game? I think it was 13 points a game.
Yeah, 13. It's not a lot.
So they really thrive in these kind of grudge matches. Not so much in the air raid.
Yeah, and Calvert, they've got the potential to put up big points. That average at about 24 a game. So you see the numbers there, offensively at least, differ quite a bit. Biddle, meanwhile, tosses it to his man. Hit hard, taken down. Short gain for the Raiders. Dussel, the receiver there, took a hard hit by the Calvert defense, and they've got some thumpers down there on the defense, Zach.
That they do. That last play was a nice little pot pass. It got Biddle building up confidence, right? And that's what you want to see in your young quarterback. You really want to make sure, all right, let's get a couple early completions, some short throws up the middle, a little up the middle of Biddle. Our producer,
like that one there.
From Biddle.
He's a man with the words there.
Exactly.
Retell and rhyme back here. So, all right, 2nd and 4 for Lakota as Biddle rolls out to his right. He's going to hold on to it. Flag on the field here as he works his way forward. Good enough for a first down. Let's see if that stands after the flag on the field. Yep, that's going to take it back. So a positive gain now turns into a negative gain as Lakota picks up their first penalty of the evening. And Coach Reeser talks so much about discipline for his defense, and you can't help but think overall, both coaches, they need the same type of discipline overall so that they can avoid things like this. I mean, that's a huge swing right there if you're the Raiders. Yeah,
well, there are two kinds of discipline, really. There's play discipline, so that's reading your keys, that's watching your pulling guards as a linebacker. That's what he was talking about when kind of competing against a mobile quarterback.
Biddle rolls off to his left, connects with his receiver. That's number 1, Cody Paul, back to the original line of scrimmage.
So like I was saying, there's that play discipline, right? And then there's that kind of mental discipline. And that's really what you're talking about when you're like, all right, no holding calls, no offsides, no false starts. That's your penalty. That's the little things that you need to do right? So there are two kinds of discipline here that we're talking about.
7:22 here in the first quarter. Calvert with an 8-0 lead over the Lakota Raiders. The Raiders backed up after a costly penalty that erased a first down. So now, as it stands, it's 3rd and 9 for the Raiders from the 13-yard line. And, looks like Calvert jumped. So that should be a plus for Lakota. Get them a little bit closer to that first down marker.
That's that mental discipline we were just talking about. It's that wherewithal. You can't get caught up in what the quarterback's saying. Got to watch the ball.
And there were 3 on the defensive line that jumped. So that hard count got them. So here we go, 3rd and 4 after the penalty, and gives the Raiders a better chance to convert here. Quick pitch to his running back, going to be drugged down and not able to go anywhere.
Great pursuit angle there by number 75, Anthony Felter. Coming off the edge, stayed straight with the line of scrimmage.
So they lose 2 yards on the pitch. Calvert holds steady here. And now we're going to have a chance to see Godfrey, the league leader in punt return average, take it. And he's going to be hit and taken down immediately. And there you have it. What a stop by number 26, Micah Williams.
Yeah, Williams, their lead running back, kind of helped out the punter there. That was, a shanked punt. There's no other way to put it. That kind of rolled right up to Godfrey.
Yeah, so far Calvert, they're definitely winning the field possession game as they've started both of their offensive possessions inside the 50. So short field for them each time. And let's see if they can take advantage here the second time around as it's 1st and 10 for Calvert from the 35-yard line. Here we go. Schultz going to give it to Rumbach. He shags one tackler, rolls it up. He's moving inside the 30, taken down right around the 25-yard line, close to a first down marker. Might be just short. So, yeah, just short. Bring up 2nd and 1 for Calvert.
Micah Williams once again almost had him in the backfield for loss. Rumbach just able to get out of the way, break some tackles.
Yeah, Williams, he's a powerhouse there on their defensive unit, so somebody to keep an eye on both sides of the field. All right, 2nd and 1 for the Calvert Senecas. Schultz in the shotgun. Looking to pass all the way. He's looking, dancing, got it, and just missed it. Flag on the field again as there's a little tussling down there between a couple of the football players. Yep, you had the flag by Schultz, and now you have the second flag there where some of the extracurricular activity was taking place, and that's not what you want this early in the game.
No, it's not what you want. It looks like there was some kind of mix-up with Carter Wolf again. Didn't like the hit laid on there by the defender. See exactly what they call it on here.
The officials, they are talking in the middle of the field there. So we've got Jim McDermott, James Worthy, Daryl Phillips, Mike Blazevic, Bryce Bailey, our officials for tonight. And looks like, as you can tell by the cowbells in the stands, it's going to be on the visiting team, Calvert, and that's going to push them back quite a few yards. So what was a close conversion that they were looking at now is going to put them on the opposite side of the field, and they've got a lot of ground to dial up here, Zach.
Yeah, exactly. A holding call first, and that happens when you have the extended pass plays. It gets harder to hang on as an offensive lineman, and then you had the personal foul after the play.
So you tack those two together, and it means it's 2nd and 31, so 30 yards added on as you've got Warneman taken down right around the line of scrimmage. So an extra 30 yards added on is not the way you want to go, and there's not a lot of rushes you can get for 30 yards here.
No, and credit Cody Paul on the stop there. Wasn't fooled at all by that little triple option, that shovel pass on the inside.
Now, you talked in pregame a little bit. Calvert, they've got some weapons. Klaus, their leading receiver, split out wide right. You got to keep an eye on him, and they've been known to air it out. So 3 split out wide left, 1 to the right. Schultz from the shotgun looking to pass all the way, targeting Klaus, overthrows Klaus, incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th and 30 for Calvert.
All right, Tony Romo calling the play.
Hey, it's pretty simple here, Zach. You see, it's a numbers game. If you can get most of the defense on one side of the field, that means there's nobody on help side with your leading receiver. I mean, it's basic football dynamics here.
Well, I thought you were going to say it's a numbers game. If you just keep guessing, you'll get it right sometime.
Well, do you want to say that or say that for the 5th game we've covered for Calvert so far?
That helps too, right,
Rough
Connor?
punt.
Oh, Biddle drops it, and it looks like Calvert recovered it. Biddle on the receiving end, unable to hold on to it. Calvert football. Forget about the punt, as Calvert now gets it back on the 2-yard line. Well, there you go. just special teams. The way we talked, hey, both teams, excellent special teams, but and you mentioned as one of your keys, turnover game here, and it's Lakota who gives it up first tonight.
Yeah, that's a tough one. The quarterback, the punt returner, Biddle, got spun around, punt went over his head. He wasn't set up quite deep enough, and that's got to be just a horrifying position for a punt returner. You're faced the opposite way, trying to go over your shoulder like a wide receiver. You weren't expecting it.
Yeah, not at all. So 1st and 3 for Calvert after they recover it. Schultz looking to run all the way, and he's got 7 TDs on the season, and he might have his 8th. The Calvert players are putting their hands up, but the officials, nope, he's just short. 2nd down. Yeah, Schultz was trying to dial up another rushing touchdown, and he's been deadly in the red zone while using his feet this season. So you gotta keep an eye on him, and that's makes it that much more stressful for a defense when you've got those 2 dynamic running backs, and then your quarterback can take it.
Yeah, plays like that, the quarterback draw is just so effective here because the Senecas do have so many weapons. They can spread it out, right? So that has Lakota on their heels, worried about the pass. All Schultz has to do is set back, 1-2 steps, as hard as he can up the middle.
2nd and 1 from the 1-yard line for Calvert. Quarterback keeper, flag on the field again. So let's see what this one's for. Yep, that's on Calvert. That is Calvert's 4th penalty this quarter. That's not the way you want to start the evening, especially if you're aspiring to be a playoff football team.
Exactly. Like these are the kind of mistakes that you just can't have, especially if you're trying to be a playoff team like you said. Now, Lakota has to do a good job of capitalizing on these opportunities. All right, they've backed themselves up. Keep them backed up.
Yeah, and it's quite possible. This is 4-down territory if you're Calvert. They went for the 2-point conversion already, so Coach Reeser, fearless, he wants to put it on him.
Yeah, I think it is 2-down territory.
2nd and 6 after the penalty. Schultz looking to the end zone, got his man, touchdown. There you go, Klaus. Touchdown, Calvert.
Man, let's see. It looks like they're going to line up for 2 again. They're being ultra aggressive tonight. And really, they're doing that because they want to get out in front of this team, and they want to make it a blowout. Because, again, Lakota, they're really good at these kind of scrappy games, hanging in there close. But, man, if you can kind of get away from a team like this, you can kind of just out-athlete them.
Yeah, and Lakota last year was able to take Calvert to overtime, and they stung them 28-20. So, yeah, if you're Coach Reeser, you want to pile up those points early and often and tuck this game away. Warnament going to take it right up the right side. He's going to be just short as he dives forward. And there's the signal. Touchdown. It's good. So that 2-point conversion makes it now 16-0. Calvert leads the hometown Lakota Raiders.
What a second effort there by Warnament. It looked like he was already locked up. He looked like he was stopped. There was nowhere else to go. He was a brick wall. Man, he just muscled his way around the group, dove into the end zone. That's the kind of effort that Reeser's looking for, you think?
Absolutely. And talk about effort. We've got our coaches show every Tuesday here at Heart of Ohio Sports, and it's right there at Benchwarmers, a Tiffin Gem. And Benchwarmers Restaurants, one of our amazing sponsors. They feature our live broadcasting every week, but you also need to stop down because they've got some amazing food. Pulled pork, they've got burgers, they've got it all there. And if you can't make it to Benchwarmers, give them a call because they'll deliver too. So that's Benchwarmers.
Yeah, take it from me. If any of you guys caught the Pulse podcast live Monday nights, we just had the ultimate burger taste test of Tiffin. And Benchwarmers came in number 1.
There you have
for your
it.
friend Zach Dillon.
Enough said, guys. Enough said. Benchwarmers, thank you for helping us out all along this season. Here we go, and we've got some action there. So there you yeah. We got some football out there with some guys with jerseys, and they're doing stuff, and it's stopped for the moment. So
hey Greg, where's the sad trumpet button on here?
Oh, he's working on it.
Yeah.
He's got it, yeah.
No, but excellent commentary as always. Dom?
Yeah, it was Dussel was the guy receiving and dialing it up there for the big return. So it's 1st and 10 for Lakota. As let's see what they can do on this third drive of the evening. All right, Biddle overthrows Dussel, incomplete, no good. That'll bring up 2nd and long.
That's the second interception that looked like Rombach had in his hands, but he just dropped.
The first one was probably intentional. At least that's what I'm going to tell myself, because he just kind of batted it away. This one, man, he had some open space. He could have taken it to the house if he would have held on to it. All right, so the Raiders, they've dug themselves into quite the hole here, and Calvert hasn't been doing any favors with the penalties, so let's see if they can capitalize. They have not so far tonight, but let's see if they can on this drive, as they need to start putting up some points and make this a ball game. So here we go. It's going to be Williams off the right side, no gain, and that'll bring up 3rd and long for the Raiders.
Yeah, one thing we haven't mentioned here is that it's senior night here in Lakota.
Yeah.
This very well is going to be, the last game that these seniors are going to play here on the Lakota side. Calvert, maybe they get the chance in the playoffs. We'll see how this game goes, and we'll see where that lines up. But, man, it just means something extra. I mean, you got to win for a lot of these guys, most of these guys, maybe all of these guys, this is the last football game they're ever going to play it.
Yeah, this is like the playoffs for the Raiders, and they want to play spoilers. He's swallowed whole. We've got Biddle, who dropped it, scrambled, got tackled, lost on the game, lost on the play.
Number 12.
We're at 2:20 in the first quarter. Calvert 16, Lakota 0, as 4th down is now come up. And the do-it-all quarterback plays defense, special teams. He's got to punt it away and kick it back to Calvert as Godfrey hits off his knees. He picks it up, and he's got blue jerseys everywhere. He'll be taken down right around the 35-yard line.
Number 7, Jamison Godfrey on the return.
All right, so we talked about field position earlier, Zach, and if you look at it right here, what does Calvert have right now? Field position. So if,
they're at the 35-yard line. They have had excellent field position all night. I mean, the entire game has been played in Raider territory.
Yeah, the only time that they were not in Raider territory was when they had a double penalty that pushed them back 30 yards. That's the only time that they were not on the Lakota side of the football field, so that tells you something. All right, here we go. Seneca's a fresh set of downs from the 35-yard line as Schultz hands it off to Warnament, who takes it off to the right side, powers his way forward, and is drugged down after a solid gain on 1st down.
Hey, man, again, Cal Warnament came to play. That's the second time he's looked like he's just been completely stopped. As you see him running off here, holding his shoe. His cleat. No, but, man, he is just running tough. Tougher running than I think we've seen him run all year.
Yeah, and his second effort was all the difference there on that 2-point conversion. Without it, they would have been stopped short. But that extra effort, that's a big thing right there, and you can see it so far tonight. So it's 2nd and 2 for Calvert. They got 3 split out wide right, and that's where they're going to toss it. Oh, and Schultz overthrows his receiver. Incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd and short for Calvert.
Yeah, that ball kind of went right through the hands of the intended target. See Lee Morgan there. It was a little high. You got to go up and get that, though. Good job by Schultz delivering that ball in the face of pressure.
And Schultz, he's only about a 50% completion rate passing the ball this season, so he hasn't been lighting it up. But as we mentioned, when he starts connecting, he can get hot in a hurry, and that's kind of what you hope for this passing game. Oh, another flag on the field.
Yeah, you're going to see this here on the offensive lineman. I think the left guard.
Jeez.
They had a counter play or a little pull play. where the guard was pulling, and he was just leaning back a little too much. We saw it there.
Yeah, that's the 5th penalty this quarter, Zach, for Calvert. And that's the 6th penalty overall so far. And, again, this is only the first quarter of play. 1 minute left in the first quarter. And just penalties piling up. So here we go. Instead of 3rd and 2, it's now 3rd and 7 for Calvert as they hope to keep this drive alive. Rumbach in motion, takes the handoff off to the right side. He's got a little room, lowers that shoulder, tosses one defender to the side, powers his way forward, taken down at the 21-yard line. First down, Calvert.
Good job there by Rumbach with the lane vision, right? He was able to feel the blocks. He saw where everything was laying out. He was able to cut back inside to pick up those extra yards instead of stretching it. And then at the end, he cut back one more time.
Yeah, he is
to pick up that first down.
He is just so good at working the lanes, and we've watched him over the weeks, and he just, when he gets his shoulders square, you know something good's going to happen. So 1st and 10 for Calvert as they toss it to Klaus, drops it, incomplete, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, again, you got to haul that one in. That ball was put right on the money. Good defense there.
Yeah,
on the outside. I think that was number 12, Jason Bennington. It was just good coverage all around.
And that should bring around the end of the first quarter, possibly. There's 7 seconds on the clock. And it
was an incomplete pass.
That's right. I was thinking run. I'm just drooling over Rumbach out there, throwing it around as Schultz connects with his receiver and dives forward just short of the first down marker. So this time it's going to be the end of the first quarter here from Kansas, Ohio. You've got the Calvert Seneca 16, Lakota Raiders, the hometown Lakota Raiders 0. You're listening to Heart of Ohio Sports. We're going to take a short break, and we will be right back here for the second quarter of high school football.
Hey, this is Connor Roush, and you are watching high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
How are we doing, guys? My name is Joey Krajewski, co-host of the Over Under podcast on Heart of Ohio Sports. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock and every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Thank you, guys.
Like, follow, and subscribe to Heart of Ohio Sports on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter. And welcome back to Kansas, Ohio, as the Calvert Senecas have a 16-0 lead over the hometown Lakota Raiders here at Heart of Ohio Sports. Connor, we were just talking off camera. It is a beautiful night for high school football here in Week 10 of high school.
I think everyone enjoyed the weather warming up here for Week 10 football, but we are currently sitting at 61 degrees with a little breeze out here, guys.
There you have it, our Phillips Electric weather reports. And Phillips Electric, they've got everything for you. Whirlpool, Kenmore, Maytag products, you name it, they've got it. If you got any questions, make sure you stop by, and they'll take care of all of your needs. That is Phillips Electric in downtown Tiffin, Ohio. That's 176 South Washington Street in downtown Tiffin.
Nifty little spin move there at the end of that by Warnament. Anything he can do to just keep picking up a little extra yardage. You love to see it. I mean, that's the kind of running that this is all about.
And Warnament, he's kind of been the lead back, doing a little bit more rushing this week than what we've seen in past weeks, but very, very effective.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to utilize Warnament on the inside stuff and Rombach kind of on the edge sweep, kind of outside running.
All right, here we go. Wolf in motion. Warneman takes it right up the gut. Hit right at that line of scrimmage. Positive gain for Calvert.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're using Warneman kind of as that bruiser back right up of the gut. Rombach can be a little shiftier, kind of giving him the outside zone.
Yeah.
The
Got a little
jet
wiggle.
sweep. Exactly. Giving him more space to operate.
There you go. There you have it. So I'd like to thank a few more of our sponsors here. Culligan Water, 5-Star Maintenance, Champs Barbershop, Pyramid Recruiting Offices, Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken. I had Lee's for lunch today. Phenomenal chicken strips. Love it. And, of course, the Advertiser Tribune and Jams Heritage Vintage Market, all proud sponsors here at Heart of Ohio Sports.
That's a touchdown. Warneman again up the gut.
Advertiser Tribune
They're
and
kinda
Jams
just
Heritage Vintage
having their
Market,
way with this
all proud
Lakota
sponsors
Raiders
here
team
at Heart of
so
Ohio
far.
Sports. And Warneman, he's been the go-to guy. So that's a nice 3-yard touchdown for Cal Warneman. It's 22-0 right now, and Senecas, they're going for 2.
Yeah, as expected, they really want to put this game out of reach.
That's going to be stopped short, so it's going to remain 22-0 with 10:34 remaining in the first half of play here from Kansas, Ohio. Calvert Senecas dominating so far tonight, senior night for Lakota.
Let me tell you what, Dom. Calvert is playing like a team that wants to go to the playoffs. I mean, they are really doing everything in their power, and that's what you love to see. Right? This is the only guarantee left of the year.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so they really are playing like it.
Warneman, of course, that was his 5th touchdown of the season. So that's got to feel pretty good. Punching it in, no problem at all here. And I wonder if him and Rombach are going to have a little individual competition because he's one touchdown away from Rombach. I was talking to Rombach, Jacob Rombach's dad before the game, and he's like, man, it's just you got to watch out for Lakotas because they are dangerous when they've got nothing else left. This is the season, and I'm like, I know. So let's see if that competition unfolds for us here tonight.
Exactly like you're saying. I mean, Lakota, they have nothing left to lose.
And their coach, he went on and on, waxing poetically about how this team never stops. They fight, and that's everybody sees it. And look at it right here. You've got Dussel, who's taking it, and he could go all the way. And just like that, Lakota strikes with a huge return. Touchdown, Raiders.
Oh, my goodness. It was a bad kick.
Season. And look at it right here. You've got Dussel, who's taking it just like that. You can see Dussel as he just runs just like that. Lakota special teams for Calvert and goes all the way to put the first points on the board tonight for Lakota. But there is a flag on the field, so let's see if they keep those points. The flag, you can see the Lakota cheerleaders. They've got their flag still going. The band is still playing. And, backbreaker. Yep, so they just said block in the back right around. Was it a hold?
It was a holding, it looked like
man.
there. Had official Jim McDermott.
So it's going to be a penalty on Lakota. And that hurts because that erases your touchdown. It takes points off the board for the Raiders.
Yeah, and I think that's how Dussel was able to get to the edge there. I think it was a holding right on the outside edge. And, man, that just takes the wind out of your sails.
So instead of a return for a touchdown, instead of points, now they have to go out on offense, which they haven't done much offensively tonight. And they are buried at the 29-yard line. So here we go, and let's see what they can come up with as Biddle rolls to his left, tosses it. Short gain on the play, and that'll bring up second down for Lakota.
Good hit there by Rombach at the end of that play. And then good job again by the wide receiver. I think that was number 6 again, Dussel.
And you got Lakota bringing in some fresh bodies there. Second and 4. Of course, it's 9:45 left in the second quarter here, and Lakota points taken off the board, so they have yet to score tonight, and that's going to be timeout Lakota, their first of the half, and they're going to get together and try to do a little powwow. And while they are talking, let's take a quick look at some of our sponsors here, as we would like to thank everybody that's been supporting us so far this year. Pyramid Recruiting Offices, we'd like to thank them. Pyramid Recruiting Offices, full-service employment agency, roots firmly planted in the Tiffin area. Also like to thank Rogers Flowers, our pregame sponsor, TPC Food Service, our halftime sponsor, as well as Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, our post-game sponsor. Of course, we got MST Sauce Company, Phillips Electric, X-Carre Mexican Restaurant, First National Bank of Sycamore, Steinmetz Signs and Graphics, Benchwarmers, TJ Willie's Fine Foods, Fiesel's Frame and Collision, Reno's Pizza and Pasta, Sarah Risen, Century 21 Bolte Realty in Tiffin, Ohio, and Embroidery and Crafts by Busia and Buckeye IT. And oh yeah, we've got Linda Ritzler Accounting and Culligan Water. Fantastic group of sponsors here for Heart of Ohio Sports. All right, so we're back, and they're flinging it, and they've got it. There you go, Schilling. And he's going to be drugged down at the 25-yard line, as it's number 6, Chase Dussel, who took the pitch from Biddle, tossed it to Schilling. First down for Lakota.
Now, I was about to say something about, all right, a called back touchdown return. That's going to take the wind out of your sails, and you really need to buckle down and add a bunch of this about momentum, and that's how you get it back.
The old
great play
flicker.
like that,
Yep.
Flea flicker.
Yeah, coach calls the timeout, and he's like, hey, guys, wanna run the flea flicker? And it's like, yeah.
Do you think he was drawing that one up in the huddle?
Oh, absolutely. You know it. That's sandbox football there. Here we go. It's going to be Dussel, who wheels his way up inside the 20-yard line. Nice little gain for the Raiders, and they've got a little momentum going here, Zach.
Exactly. When you're moving the ball this efficiently and this easily, I always like to see teams really just like up at the line of scrimmage. No substitutions. Let's get on the ball and let's run something else, right? Just keep that fast fire plays, and then once something fizzles out, all right, now let's huddle up. Now let's take our time. But when you have such a momentum advantage right now.
Here we go. Biddle flinging it out to the right side. He's got his man. That's number 18, Jacob Stuller, with the first down reception, and the Raiders move those chains and getting just that much closer to putting points up here in the first half. Now, of course, make sure that you stay tuned here at Heart of Ohio Sports. We've got our halftime show brought to you by TPC Food Services. We're going to break down the first half of action, and we've also got our on-the-field interviews with both head coaches, and you'll have a chance to hear their points for tonight's football game. So make sure you stay tuned right here. Heart of Ohio Sports, brought to you by TPC. That's our halftime show coming up in minutes.
Got some nice pregame interviews going.
Absolutely. And
you want to give us a sneak peek at what some of the coaches' points were?
I threw them a curveball, Zach. I asked them to predict the score of tonight's game, and they laughed at me. The Lakota head coach, he just kind of laughed, and it took him a while. He thought I was pulling his chain, but I'm serious. And with the juggling catch, touchdown Lakota. Check this out. Oh, man. Number 4, Case Paul, able to reel it in for the Raiders.
Yeah, Paul was basically wide open.
He thought I was and you pulling his chain, but Paul, I'm serious. As you said, he had a good 3 feet from the defender. Bobbled it, but able to hold on to it, drag those feet, stay in bounds. Touchdown, Lakota. as they get their first points of the evening.
Man, that whole offensive drive there was just textbook. It was that's how you prepare for a game. Man, that was just great play calling all around there by the Raiders. Really taking advantage.
And PAT is up and good. So now with 7:23 remaining in the first half of play, and you can tell by the cowbells, Lakota has 7 points, but Calvert still has the lead, 22-7. Here from Kansas, Ohio. Band can actually continue to play, and it means something right now.
They got that Hail to the Victors theme song, fight song. Brings me back home to Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Oh, goodness. Yeah. I try to put out of my mind the fact that you are a Michigan guy, Zach.
Just because you love me so much?
Yeah, we do love you, but we do not love that part of your history, okay? We'll see who pulls through this year. Michigan, good old Jimmy Harbaugh. He got lucky last year.
Oh, yeah?
And it was luck, pure luck.
Well, let me say, you can find out my opinion on that and everybody else at Heart of Ohio Sports if you tune in to the Pulse podcast on Monday nights. See that little plug I did there?
That's an excellent plug.
That was unprompted.
Dynamite drop-in, Dylan.
And I think we have words from Connor Roush.
And also tune into the Saturday scoreboard as well for predictions.
Oh,
There
my
you guys
goodness.
have
Look at
it.
this.
Ooh.
Look at this graphic we have on screen. Live from the Fox's Den, the Saturday scoreboard game day edition. Aaron Motz, Scott Donaldson, along with your regular cast and crew.
And
that's going to be a good one.
Yeah, Heidelberg, it's going to be an excellent game tomorrow. Heidelberg, it's homecoming weekend, and, of course, we've got all of that coverage here at Heart of Ohio Sports for you. All right, another little – it looked like Lakota or Calvert touched it as the ball went out of bounds around the 5-yard line.
Yeah, and I don't see any flags either, so I think that's what they're going to call.
Yeah, that looks like what the call on the field's going to be, as Calvert's going to take over the ball at the 5-yard line. Easily the worst starting field position of the night for them after one of their special teams players touched it and it rolled out of bounds.
Yeah, so this is like what we were talking about in the beginning. You need to capitalize on these mistakes if you're Lakota. Right, you just put together a phenomenal offensive drive.
Yeah.
You just had a great special teams play and backed up your opponent inside the 5-yard line.
Defense got to step up now.
Exactly. What can you do here to keep yourselves in this football game?
And the Lakota defense gives up the league's highest amount of rushing yards. So if you're Calvert, you've got Warnament here, powers his way forward. You've got Rumbach in the wings, and then Harry Schultz just hanging out. 3 dynamite runners. You got to do something here. Like you said, time to capitalize.
Time to capitalize. And, there's still a lot of time in this game. But this is really just the perfect moment, right, to come up with a defensive play if you're a Raider fan.
Absolutely, and you need it. So here we go. 2nd and 7 for Calvert from the, we'll call it the 7-yard line here. 4 split out wide. Schultz looking to his left, slings it deep as it's going to be intercepted. It's going to be intercepted by number 6, Chase Dussel, and there's your defensive stopper, Zach.
Exactly.
4
and who
split out
else?
wide.
Chase
Schultz
Dussel,
looking to his left, slings it deep as it's going to be intercepted.
Have the touchdown
it's
called
going to be
back.
intercepted
Interception
by
now.
number 6. And that's the timely turnover that the Raider defense needed to get themselves back into the football game. And if they can do the same type of damage that they did last drive on offense, this is going to get juicy.
Exactly. Now, if you're a Raider fan, you want to have this team come away with some points here. You're in a perfect position to put yourself back in this football game, make it a 1-score game again.
And something to remember, Calvert gets the ball first in the second half, so you need points now. As you've got the main man, Biddle, who works his way up for a nice little gain on first down.
Corral down by number 53. Colin McCarthy.
So all the success that Lakota had on the last drive came through the air, and Biddle able to pick up a really nice chunk on first down. It's 2nd and 6 for Lakota from inside the 30-yard line. Short field to work with here after that big interception by number 6, Chase Dussel. So here we go, Biddle off to the right side. And it looks like he has enough for a first down as he keeps on running, and he's pushed out of bounds. First down for Lakota as those chains will move, and the cowbells come out.
Exactly. That's the kind of hard running that you want to see. And it looks like we have an injury, number 64, kind of limping back into the huddle.
Yeah,
See exactly what's going on here.
He's going straight to the line. He's like, let's go. Let's get moving here. All right, 1st and 10 for Lakota as they hope to put up some more points here. And quick toss out to Dussel. Dussel, he's got some space. He turns the corner, dives forward, and he's going to be just short. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds right around the 7-yard line. Oh, man. What a great play. As you can see, Dussel out to Dussel. Takes that ball, wheels his way around. He turns the corner, dives forward, and he's going to be just short. Looks like he may have just been pushed out. His foot, that is.
His foot was definitely out of bounds at the 3-yard line. You saw that grass kick up. Officials say it happened a little earlier, too.
All right. Anyway, that was a first down run for Lakota, so it's 1st and 7, or 1st and goal from the 7, we should say. And what a huge play. Lakota, that momentum is continuing here on offense. So here we go. They've got that power formation, and it's going to be Williams right up the middle, who's going to be taken down. And looks like we might have a false start on Lakota. Yes, indeed. Another penalty pushing them back. That's their 3rd penalty of the night, 2nd so far this quarter. And that's going to slow things down a little bit. Lakota coming in, all this momentum. They put up points in their last drive. They've moved the ball extremely well so far on this drive, and that penalty pushes them back. So now it's 1st and 12 from 1st and goal from the 12-yard line, and it's going to be Williams again right up the middle. Same play, same result. Very short gain as the Calvert defense. Team tackle right there on Williams. So that'll be 2nd and 9 now for the Raiders. 4:41 now left in the first half of play here. Calvert with a solid 22-7 lead. And let's see what the Raiders can do. Maybe make this contest. Biddle looking deep, incomplete as he overthrows his receiver. That'll bring up 3rd and goal for the Raiders.
Yeah, it was an interesting concept there. Roll your quarterback kind of out to the right, then have him throw back across his body to the left.
And you could see on the screen, Cody Paul, the intended receiver, had his hands out like, hey, the guy was holding me. But I think it was just great defense there, Zach.
Yeah, I think it was too. You know, you kind of don't expect the wide receiver to be that lockstep in you with a play design like that, as we see someone almost jump in the neutral zone.
And we've seen Lakota get that hard count to work. Here we go, Biddle right up the middle. He's going to be drugged down right at the 1-yard line.
Tell you what, our producer Greg Ken gets a kick out of that.
So it's 4th and 1. 4th and goal from the 1.
There we go.
There we got it. So let's see what they come up with. Biddle, I mean, excellent run there for the young man. And if you're Calvert, you're probably going to pin your ears back and focus on him.
You'd think so. I think the big number that they're going to take is number 6, Chase Dussel. They don't want to get beat outside again. The lineup here doesn't make it look like that.
Williams And you see the Lakota players with their hands up. Williams is the ball carrier. Touchdown. There you have it. Touchdown, Lakota. As number 26, Micah Williams, able to power his way in behind Williams. The power package. And
for
that Raider Lakota
offense.
players
Exactly.
with their hands
Why
up.
throw it
Williams
on the goal line, 4th and 1? You just kind of run the wedge up the middle, right? Everybody goes exactly right in front of him. It looks like we have a flag down. At least that's what they're saying over the loudspeakers. Play stop. Some discussion going on.
And you can see on the screen the officials talking there, holding their dirty laundry, talking. And so touchdown's good. And it looks like unsportsmanlike conduct on the Senecas on the extra point here. So a little extracurricular activity going to cost Calvert. That's their second unsportsmanlike penalty tonight, Zach, for Calvert.
It is, and you're winning this game, but things like that are really going to make it hard for you to really extend this lead.
All right, so we just heard on the loudspeaker it's going to be assessed on the kickoff here, so PAT will wait for that. As Lakota, they got another touchdown here, consecutive touchdowns for their offense, so they've really been able to find a winning formula. And PAT is up, and it is good. So now it'll be 22-14. Calvert still leading the Lakota Raiders, but the Raiders are running.
An update now from Columbian all over Norwalk, 34-0 with 59 left to go in the first half. Woo! That game is an absolute blowout. And it looks like Greg, the producer, is right. Yeah. They're about to score again, and down at the 5-yard line, it looks like Columbian.
Wow, that is a dangerous game. And Hopewell Loudon, they're up 21-7 over Gibsonburg. So a couple local games happening right now. And that Gibsonburg Hopewell Loudon game, that's a league matchup. Winner takes the league championship. So that's a fun one to keep an eye on here in the Seneca County area.
Yeah, two phenomenal teams. We saw Gibsonburg and Margaretta last week, which also could have decided potentially who was going to play in that last matchup, or who was competing for the conference. But man,
wow.
Good games around the county.
Yeah, it's week 10 in high school football. A lot of craziness happens, and that's the best part of it, Zach. All right, again, we are 3 minutes and 40 seconds away from our halftime show, so make sure you stay tuned right here. Heart of Ohio Sports will recap first half of action, as well as talk to some of the coaches here with our pregame interviews. You want to make sure that you stay tuned and listen to all that amazing stuff. We'll also take a look around the area and try to keep you up to date with some of the local scores. As Calvert, Schumacher is able to power his way up to the 30-yard line where he's drugged down, and another flag on the field.
You know, I was surprised that Schumacher even reeled that one in. I mean, he had to catch that at an awkward angle.
And we saw Calvert a couple weeks ago play Margaretta, and Schumacher was a dangerous return man. He almost took one to the house, but alas, his own man tackled him. So offsetting penalties, so it's going to stay right where it's at. That's at the 30-yard line.
It's getting a little chippy out there, Dom.
Yeah, I mean, look, Calvert had 5 penalties in the first quarter. They've got 1 penalty here in the second quarter. And Lakota, they've got 3 penalties so far this first half as well. It's just a lot of penalties tonight.
About to say that should be their second penalty of the quarter because they had the one assessed on the kickoff too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's a lot of bad play in that regard. So here we go. Klaus, the receiver, who takes the ball and works his way up close to the first down marker. Solid gain. That'll bring up 2nd and short for the Senecas. So it'll be 2nd and 1 as Calvert sits at the 39-yard line. 3:05, 3:04 remaining in the first half of play. Calvert will get the football back first in the second half as they won the coin toss and deferred. So Warniment works his way up. First down, Calvert.
Number 21, Carolina. Number 12.
A little breeze coming through the window. It's getting a little chilly.
Beautiful night here from Kansas, Ohio. We're up here in the press box, so we don't have to worry about the breeze, but our man Connor Roush down on the camera sideline.
Dealing with the elements.
Yeah, how's that breeze feel, Connor?
It has definitely been picking up since the game has been moving forward.
Oh, false start for Calvert. Yeesh. Yep, that's going to push him back.
Yeah, with a false start by wide receivers, typically you don't have to wonder who's getting the ball on that play.
My coach always told me, he said, you better never, ever, this is a quote, never, ever have a false start as a receiver because you move when the ball moves. No other way. And clearly that's not what happened here for the Senecas. All right, here we go. Schultz rolls out to his left, slings it, overthrows his intended receiver. Another flag on the field, back where Schultz was throwing the ball. Holding on the Senecas. That's going to push him back another 5. So what started off as 1st and 10 is now 1st and 15. With this penalty, should be 1st and 20.
My goodness, it kind of felt like, all right, 3rd touchdown for Calvert. Kind of felt like this game might get away, right? But
not so fast.
Penalties, and they're really just doing it to themselves, right?
And, and that's a 10-yarder, so it's going to be 1st and 25, and they had a 1st and 31 earlier in the half too.
Yeah, it just feels like they're doing it to themselves. I mean, this amount of penalties, it's just unacceptable, really. If you're Coach Reese, he's feeling it right now.
Yeah,
I expect there's some kind of halftime locker room conversation.
Absolutely. Schultz dumps it off to Klaus. Klaus working some magic as he powers his way forward up near the 30-yard line, pushed out of bounds. So what was 1st and 33 is now going to be a little bit shorter, but it's going to be 2nd. Can we call it 2nd and 25, somewhere in that neighborhood? It's 2nd and long.
Reset the clock to 124. 141. That's what they wanted.
All right, so
that makes more sense.
Yeah, there we go. 141 in the first half here. Calvert trying to strike back as Lakota has stolen the momentum. It's going to be Warniment off to the left side. Works his way forward, taken down right around the 38-yard line. And you're going to have your first timeout. Oh, actually, it's going to be Lakota who calls the timeout. So that's their 2nd timeout of the half. And I believe, is it 3rd down?
It is 4th down.
It's going to be 4th down, 4th
That's
and
why
long.
they took the timeout.
Yeah, there you go.
To try and make a final drive to even it up going into half.
And that would be a huge, huge momentum swing. And look, you've got to stay tuned right here for the halftime show and listen to the Lakota head coach talk about this team. He's like, they fight. If you followed them during practice all week long, you would think that this team is undefeated. They've got that kind of spirit, and you're seeing it right now. So it'll be fun to see what they can do in 90 seconds.
An update from Seneca East. Cary, 35-12.
Oh, that's a tough one there. Cary is such a good football team.
I know. We talked about it again on the Pulse podcast. That's just a team that no one wants to face going into playoff season.
And so far they really have not met their match as they've been able to take care of business all season long.
Well, 4th and 18 to go here.
Yeah, so let's do a quick recap here. Lakota timeout on the field, okay? So they stopped the clock at 1:31, and Calvert, after a couple penalties, they are now at 4th and 18 from the 36-yard line, and let's see what happens. Although I got to look, I'm looking at the scoreboard. It says 4th down on the scoreboard, but it says 3rd down on the with the chain gang. They changed it. Okay, there we go. 3rd down. All right, I did not think we had a 4th down, but this makes a little more sense.
Man, I don't know what's going on anymore.
It's it's craziness out here in Kansas.
I think I got it.
All right, 3rd and 18. We're going to go with that, ladies and gentlemen. And Calvert, they're looking to make something of it as Schultz slings it down. Klaus knocked away, incomplete, as it was number 6, Chase Dussel, in perfect defensive position to prevent a huge play because Klaus had a step on him.
Yeah, that was a bad ball coming out of the pocket. I almost wonder if it was tipped at the line because that just kind of came out an egg. And Dussel, perfect position, got his hand in between the receiver and was able to knock that ball down.
So here we go. We're going to have a chance to see if Lakota can take advantage of the clock management their coach has put into place. Oh, wow. There you go. Rumbach unable to hold on to it as he's forced to run after the ball, kicks it away, and it's going to be a short punt right around midfield. And, wow, this is great news for the Raiders.
Yeah, they're going to have to drive half the field. They have 1:16 left. They got 1 timeout remaining.
Excellent.
This is doable.
There you go. Rumbach unable to hold on to it as he's forced
there.
to.
As the ball went right over out of Rombach's head. Great awareness.
Yeah.
Able to find that ball
and kind of run away from the pressure, too.
Exactly.
Oof. Wow. All right. So we've got some big movement here, and Lakota. All right, they've got 116 to work at 52 yards. Put up some points here before halftime. So this could get interesting because Lakota, they've scored on 2 consecutive drives, and they're looking to make it a 3rd. So here we go. Biddle slings it out to Dussel. Dussel has some blockers up front. He's going to be pushed out of bounds after picking up about 5 yards on the play. The clock will stop at 1:08. And Lakota going to keep things moving.
49-yard line.
Yeah, you're in the 2-minute drill. That means you're utilizing the sidelines, right? You're playing up-tempo football, anything complete over the middle, which you can do, right? You're good here for about 2 or 3 big plays over the middle.
And Lakota only has 1 timeout left as they've used 2 already, so something to keep in mind. 2nd and 7 for the Raiders as Biddle rolls out to his left, looking to throw it. Going to have to tuck it and run, and he's going to be hammered right in the middle of the field as he's got a couple big defensive linemen who stop him well short of the first down marker.
Yeah, you see here they're going to line up on the ball.
Hurry up. 3rd and 5. 46 seconds left in the half here. Lakota trails 22-14. Biddle right up the middle. Right around the first down marker. Let's see where they spot it. This is going to be close, Zach.
And they're saying it's 4th down.
Yeah, they're saying.
So that clock's going to keep on moving.
You can see the ball right there in the middle of the camera. Very, very close. And I think the officials, it's going to be Lakota timeout. Maybe the coach is going to try to convince the officials to measure this one. But as it stands, 4th and inches for Lakota. Their final timeout of the half here, 28 seconds left, and they need some points to knot this one up.
Yeah, it looks like the referees are kind of talking this one over, looking exactly where that ball placement is. There's definitely some kind of miscommunication between where the stick is and where the ball is.
Yeah.
As we can see, the down marker is clearly, that's about a yard short of where the ball looks to be on the field.
Yeah. Connor Roush with some phenomenal camera work there, giving us an excellent angle and a clean look at the football.
I mean, from looking at it at this angle here, to me, it looks like a first down Lakota.
Yeah.
That's what everybody's up here saying. The ball placement is not. They're finally moving the sticks up a little bit, but
Yeah. So here we go. 4th and short, and it's going to be a direct snap, first down for Lakota. No problem there. And we haven't seen this one.
they're trying to spike it.
Yeah.
Mass substitution.
Isaac King, who took the direct snap, an offensive lineman, the power package. And they're going to spike it to stop the clock. 18 seconds left in the half.
Well, that's interesting that you're going to call in a different package to spike the ball.
Well, the clock stops with a first down. So you'd think you'd have another play lined up and
Exactly.
get moving. This is a wasted down to me.
Maybe they just wanted some time to think it over, right?
Possible.
You only have until the sticks move to get on the line and call that second play, so that when they had that mass substitution, maybe that's exactly what was going through the head coach's mind.
Anyway, you look at it. Here we go. 2nd and 10, 18 seconds. And it's Biddle looking to pass. Slings it. He's got his man. Incomplete. Unable to connect. That'll bring up 3rd and long for Lakota.
Yeah, that ball needed to be a little bit closer. Put that right on the numbers, and I think you have a nice 15-yard gain or so.
It didn't look like the receiver got a very good break out of his route. I don't know what was going on there, but incomplete. Be 3rd and long for Lakota. They've got 3 split out wide right, 1 to the left here. And Biddle takes it, and he's looking to pass all the way, and he slings it up, puts it up. He's got his man incomplete as he overthrows his intended receiver, Avery Schilling.
Well, I thought he had it there. That was a little stop-and-go route on the outside. He broke down like a hitch curl at the 30-yard line.
And another flag on the field.
I think.
Right at the line of scrimmage. Holding on Lakota. And that's going to push them back 10 yards. So now they've got 20 yards to go for a first down.
I think this is where you pull out your hook and ladder play again. Some kind of trickeration there on the outside. That's what you're looking to see. That's what you want to see as a fan. I don't know how practical that is if you're the head coach, but
yeah, that's Lakota's
exactly how they plan on doing it.
Yeah, that's their 3rd penalty here in the 2nd quarter, and it's a costly one. As there's 9 seconds left, and it might extinguish their chance to put some points up. As Biddle slings it, and Schilling drops it, incomplete. Another flag on the field. So
I think they're going to call that on Jacob Brombach for the hit on number 2 coming across the middle.
So Schilling has been the go-to guy, and he was working it there. And look, Coach Lentz down there on the sideline. He is just given the official an earful on this one.
See, number 20 is
he's
hobbling.
You can see on the screen there, Lentz. He's unhappy about something down there. So I believe it is on Calvert here. They're going to push it up, but it's not at the spot of the foul. So it's going to be 3rd and 5 now? Is that what we got? 4th and 5? 4th and 5. Okay. And they're going to kick a field goal.
Oh, boy. If this field goal goes in, this is a long one for a high school game.
Brandon Leal going to be just short as he kicks it to the back of the end zone. And at the end of the first half from Kansas, Ohio, the Calvert Senecas 22, Lakota Raiders 14. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the Extreme. Stay tuned for our halftime show. Hey, this is Dominic Helmstetter, and you are watching high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Hey guys, this is Aaron Steyer from the Over Under Pod. You catch us every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. and Sundays at 8:30. Come join the fun.
Like, follow, and subscribe to Heart of Ohio Sports on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter.
You're listening to Heart of Ohio Sports. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. This is our TPC Food Service halftime show. Calvert has a 22-14 lead over the hometown Lakota Raiders. We're going to take a moment right now, and we're going to transition to some of our coaches' interviews. Have a chance to hear it straight from the men on the sideline. Dominic Helmstetter here, and beside me I got Lakota's head coach, Coach Lento. Coach, how you doing? Welcome.
Appreciate it. I appreciate you guys being out here, coming out here, and you come out to Kansas, Ohio, Raider Nation, and anytime we can get our kids some publicity, and I think we pride ourselves on that because it hasn't been done a lot in the past. So anytime anybody can come out here, we appreciate our kids.
We're excited to see this football team. You know, record doesn't tell the story here. They've been playing a lot of really tough teams. They've been playing really well. Why don't you tell us about the team?
Yeah, well, first of all, when you're building a program, you're going to have some gap years. You know, you're going to have the years where you're doing well, and you're going to have years where you're down until you can really fill those classes. But we're 2-7 right now. Nobody wants to be 2-7 at this point. Unfortunately, playoffs are not an option for us. But I tell you what, if you would come to practice and see our kids practice over the last several weeks, things are going well, and they're losing streak and all that stuff, you'd think our guys are undefeated. I'm so proud of the way our kids come out and practice attitude-wise, and get ready to prepare to every game. And for the most part, week in and week out, we're putting a good product in the field. We're falling short because our guys haven't played in a lot of big moments. Because most of them were JV guys last year. Not a lot. We graduated a ton last year. I think 13 seniors who all played both sides of the ball. So they're filling their roles, and they've grown up immensely this year. And couldn't be a better Week 10 game. With Calvert, it always has been. I think 2019 was the one that was like a blowout. It's been a one-score game since I've been here. So it's been great.
Awesome. So tell me what's your favorite part of this group? You talked about how intense they are during practice, no matter what. What's your favorite part? Is that the favorite part?
We're tough. I mean, we're tough. You watch us. You'll see it. We're not the biggest team. On the maps of it, week in and week out. We don't have a ton of size, but we're gritty. We're tough, and we're gonna come at you the entire game.
All right. So Calvert, this is a big matchup for them. Calvert, they control their own destiny. They win tonight. Their chances of playoffs are huge. So tonight's kind of like a playoff game for your boys. What are you looking at when you watch the Senecas here? What are you looking for? What are you hoping your boys get back?
Steve's done a great job. He's got a great relationship. He's done a great job since he's been there. And they've got size. They know that if they gotta get it. If they lose, a lot of things that can happen. And so we're just looking to win, because when you win Week 10, it makes the offseason a lot easier than if you lose. So that's what we're looking on. Focus on and making sure our kids go out there and play well tonight.
Awesome. All right, I've got one more question for you, Coach. I need a prediction for tonight's score. What do you got?
Oh, man, I tell you what. Let's go. God, this is crazy. You're putting it on me. Let's go 28-20, the good guys.
Ooh, all right. I think that's the second 28-20 score that we got in the show here. So we're going to see how it turns out. You heard it right here. Heart of Ohio Sports. Thank you very much, Coach.
Good luck to Appreciate it. Thank you.
Sports in the Lakota Stadium in Kansas, Ohio. Here at Calvert head coach, Coach Steve Reeser. Coach, welcome to the show, and excited to have you. Tell us about this week. You got a tough opponent, Lakota. Record means nothing. They've been playing every tough.
we don't win tonight, nothing matters. You know what I mean? We don't control our own destiny. Men know that. We do control is what happens on this field tonight. Obviously on our end. So again, we're gonna come out here and play our butts off and make sure that we do everything we can do to obviously make the next week.
That's the most important thing right there. All right, so as you're looking at your points here, Lakota has a phenomenal dual threat quarterback over there. What do you have to do to stop him from wrecking your defense tonight?
Well, obviously, it's one thing we work on every week, and it's being guys. Obviously, with a kid like that, I can't put 11 guys fighting enough everywhere else as well. That if we just take care of the quarterback, we're going to do something. So again, we're just hoping we can sound up front and box. If we can make everything spill out the outside, we hope we have to quickness to tap on the edge. So as long as we take care of stuff on our front and out of our inside linebackers, we'll hopefully we can that quarterback.
Awesome. All right, last question for you, Coach. Give me your pregame prediction about how tonight turns out. Come on, your pregame prediction on how tonight's turning out. A lot of tough years in the last 4 years in most games. What's it going to be tonight?
I mean, obviously, I'm going to start out with Calvert. And then we'll score after that. But we'll say, let's go with Calvert. We're going to get it.
There we go. You guys heard it right here, okay? We're going to have a tough, hard-nosed matchup for you here from Kansas, Ohio. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be exciting. Playoff football in Week 10 is really what it's going to be. Awesome. Coach, thanks a lot. We appreciate it. Good luck tonight.
Thank you very much. Go Blue.
Ladies and gentlemen, under direction Mrs. Stephanie Brower, percussion instructor Mr. Brandon Wagner, and featuring Major Ice Kings Island and Rayla Whitmire, I'm proud to present 2022 Lakota High School Raider, along with our 7th graders, Marching Band. The show songs are picked and drills are made up by this year's seniors. We begin tonight with this Pointer Sisters hit. This song is hand better for this year's seniors. We are family. very sexy speech with this solo and this Aerosmith anthem that the seniors do when they think about their future. Dream on. Seniors, where's the time gone? It seems like yesterday you were crazy little fifth graders just starting the band. And now here you are marching your very last halftime show ever. I know this week was hard with the awful weather, but you all pushed through and pulled it off. Your leadership, talents, and drive helped to make this show a success. Thank you all for what you have done for the band and for me. I'll forever cherish our memories together. So Corey, Mackenzie, Brady, Dan, Maya, William, Casey, and Jacob. Here we go, one more time. For their final number, like Mrs. Dollar said in her tribute, the journey for these band seniors began way back in the 5th grade. And lots of things have happened along the way because, like this Rascal Flatts song says, life is a highway. Ohio State 2000.
Want to take your marketing plan to the next level? Let's talk. Shoot us an email at hoosbroadcasting@gmail.com.
Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
Hey guys, this is Aaron Steyer from the Over Under Pod. You catch us every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. and Sundays at 8:30. Come join the fun.
Catch up on all the scores from the night before on the Saturday Scoreboard Show, live every Saturday at 9 a.m. on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Stay right here. You're locked in on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome back to Kansas, Ohio, here at Heart of Ohio Sports, as the Lakota Raiders are trailing the Calvert Senecas in this SBC showdown, this Week 10 matchup, where Calvert Senecas, they need a big win in order to keep their playoff hopes alive. And if you're the Lakota Raiders, this is the playoffs.
Yeah, they're looking to play spoiler here tonight, Dominic.
Absolutely, and we've got a great game so far tonight. As you can see, you've got the Raiders warming up there on your TV screen, and Calvert came out just a moment ago. They're on the other side of the field, getting loosened up and ready to go for the second half of play. Calvert will receive the football first, so keep that in mind. But first, let's take a quick look at the first half of action, and of course, first half of action starts with the Calvert Senecas dominating, as Calvert, they were able to put up 22 unanswered points through the first quarter and the beginning of the second quarter. But that's where it ended, as Lakota, they were able to tighten things up around the 7-minute marker of the second quarter with a nice pitch and catch to Paul. And then the defense stepped up. They got an interception, and the offense came back out, put up another touchdown, and that's where your 22-14 score comes from. It's really was an exciting way to end the first half of play.
Yeah, that it was. Lakota really seemed to get their game together there with 7-8 minutes left in the half. You know, they came back, they capitalized on some key mistakes.
Yep. And,
man, they were able to put the ball in the end zone. And so I'm eager to see what they're going to do coming out of half. I know Reeser must have talked to his group about the penalties, because that is really the thing that is holding this Calvert team back right now.
No question, as Calvert, let's see, they have had 8 penalties tonight. That's a lot. Not a math major, but that seems awful high for 2 quarters of play.
Well, we do like to say we're not a math stream. This is not a math broadcast, but yeah, I think I can tell 8 is too many in one half.
Yeah, and it's just a couple of those really pushed their offense back, stunting all momentum, as at some points they were like 1st and 30, 1st and 31. There's not a lot of plays that you can dial up that'll give you 30 points right away.
30 yards
30
right away.
yards right away. That's what I meant.
The old 30-yard play.
To Lakota's credit, and you heard this from their head coach during our halftime show, this team fights and just throw their record out the window. This is a team that, if you did not look at that, you would think that they have a much, much higher winning percentage this season. And they've played some tough games against some tough teams. They've hung in there, and they've been very consistent, and you could see that as they came back and just really, like you said, got momentum going. And the passing game is kind of where it really started, and their quarterback just did a great job connecting with his playmakers.
Yeah, it's an interesting point. Lakota really has not looked outmatched really at all. I mean, the first couple drives, it was 3 quick scores right away. This is a completely different team that we saw in that second quarter.
Yep.
And I think this team kind of runs through number 6, Chase Dussel. Man, he has been playing great football.
Yeah, he had that big time interception, and he's shown up big on the offensive side too, getting his touches. You're right.
I think you meant to say Chase Dussel.
Hey, Dussel Dussel.
Dussel.
All right.
We'll just call
we
him
don't
CD.
we don't have the pronunciation guides this week, so we're kind of winging it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we're getting ready for the second half of play here from Lakota High Stadium. And a really good turnout here. Senior night. They've got the Biddy cheerleaders down on the sideline wearing pink, supporting, repping. And we've been hearing a lot about the amazing accomplishments of the seniors all night long. So very exciting as we've got the second half of play ready to roll. And it's Rumbach with the return up to the 35-yard line, and this is where the Calvert offense is going to come out. And we'll have our first chance to see them in the second half. And as you said, Zach, they started off fast and furious, and if you look at things statistically, third quarter is always the hardest quarter for the Calvert offense, as they do not put up points in the third quarter.
Yeah, that's interesting because that's kind of contrary to what a lot of other teams are, right? You've seen what's going on in the game plan. You're making your halftime adjustments. So the third quarter really should be the easier one, you'd think.
Rumbach, fresh legs, and there he goes. Oh, and he's off. 45-40. He's still moving. Oh, and just taken down by his shoelaces. Oh, my. Rumbach almost busted it right off the bat.
Yeah, it was interesting. I was going to say something on that kick return. Jacob Rumbach looked like he was going to run through the defender, and now this time he runs around him.
Warnament was the go-to back in the first half. So Rumbach, he's got those fresh legs, and wow, you see it right there as he turned it up.
That's what I was going to say. I think you're going to see a more productive half from Rumbach here.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Senecas from the 31-yard line. Schultz tosses it out to his receiver, and that's going to be Klaus, who's pushed out of bounds after picking up maybe 7 yards on the play.
A couple quick completions, a nice run. Woo. This is the kind of drive you want to see coming out of halftime.
And we talked about how Calvert is usually slow in the third quarter, but maybe we said that too loudly, Zach, as they've come out with a vengeance here the first couple of plays. All right, 2nd and 3 for Calvert as they're looking to tack on some more points. Warnament, he's going to take it right behind Rumbach, and he'll be pushed out of bounds after picking up a first down for the Senecas.
Yeah, again, you really want to see this Senecas team play like they're playing for a playoff spot.
Yeah.
And they did that early, and then they kind of shot themselves in the foot, It was just they made little mistakes that playoff teams don't make. So I'm eager to see this adjustment if they can really prove that they are that team and they have a chance to make it this playoff run.
Absolutely. So 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line for Calvert, as Warneman takes another handoff, and he slips and falls as he's going to be short of the first down. Maybe a 5-yard gain there. Connor, I don't know if you can tell from where you're standing if over the halftime, if the field's a little dewy. I know it's getting a little bit cooler out. I'm not sure if you've noticed anything down there.
Nah, I'd say it probably did a little bit throughout this game.
Okay. There you have it. Dynamite sideline coverage and camera work by Connor Roush. Always giving us the details. Meanwhile, Schultz to Klaus. Klaus works his way up, first down Calvert as they get dangerously close to the goal line.
Man, nothing makes me happier than when you call Connor Roush the man with the details, because that gets a kick out of producer Greg Kidd every single time.
Greg's the one that turned me on to it here. He was saying it when we were at Seneca East, and I didn't understand until I saw Connor's truck. So here we go, 1st and 3, 1st and goal from the 3-yard line, and Calvert. They're moving as Rumbach is going to take the handoff and hit a brick wall and be pushed back. No gain on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and goal for the Senecas.
So, Connor, when is the detailing business going to sponsor Heart of Ohio Sports and be a partner? When's that happening?
I don't know. That's you might hear something here soon. It might be a little bit.
When he details your bike, there you go.
When he details Greg's bike this winter.
Greg, stop driving your bike. We'll get it in.
All right, 2nd and goal for the Calvert here. 8:51 in the 3rd quarter, and they're moving. So it's going to be Rumbach, and he's down. Wow, what a tackle by number 64 for Lakota. That's Gabe Garlick. Woo.
Yeah, it's an awesome job of getting off your block early, shedding that, and getting to the backfield.
Defensive lineman Gabe Garlick working his way upfield and able to hold on for dear life to Rumbach's shoelaces. We talk about Rumbach when he levels his shoulders, he's dangerous. I guess the best way to get around that is to just hold on to his shoes. So here we go, 3rd and 8, 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line. Schultz rolling to his right, flings it out, intercepted. It is intercepted by Lakota. Yes, indeed. Lakota stops them dead in their tracks, and that's another huge turnover for this Lakota defense.
You see here on the replay, just great positioning by the defensive back. He undercuts the route perfectly. He understands where that ball's going and where he needs to be. That's the kind of mistake that Lakota really can capitalize. That's how they're going to get themselves back into this football game.
That's the 2nd interception of the evening for Lakota. And Lakota defense, they are not known for turnovers. They've only had 8 combined turnovers on the entire season, only 4 interceptions. And look at tonight, they've got 2 already. So there you go. That's the turn of events that you needed if you're the Raiders. And let's see what your offense can do as they power their way forward for a short gain.
You know, again, this is interesting, right? Because you create that turnover in the red zone, you prevent the score. That's great. But now you're on your own 3-4 yard line. All right, what can you make happen? You need to get a first down here.
Not only do you need a first down, but you need to continue to push it here, as Calvert has routinely had excellent starting field position all first half, so you can't just be one and done.
And Dominic, as you can back me up.
Touchdown. Oh, no.
Right?
Intercepted, stopped at the 1-inch yard line. Calvert takes it back.
All right, let's take a quick look at that replay before we get back to you, Connor. What exactly happened here? Was he hit as he... No, that just slipped out of his hand completely. Oh, my goodness. That ball just had no shot of getting to its receiver.
And we talked a little bit about the slippery field conditions. I don't know, maybe that ball's a little slippery too. But, Connor, what have you noticed down there?
I mean, just... The wind definitely has picked up, and then the pressure there on the QB. I just think he wasn't set to throw that ball good and caused that interception.
Yeah, so Calvert, they intercept Lakota, get the ball back right where they are, and it's Rumbach touchdown Senecas. That easy right there. Rumbach, his 7th touchdown run of the season, helps extend the Seneca lead, now 28-14. Look at that. Woof.
An absolute walk in.
That's, yeah.
And
nobody was challenging him on that rush.
My goodness. Well, that's how you do it. Great job there by the defense picking up this Seneca's team. As we go for 2 here. Great job picking up the Seneca's team. All right, capitalizing on defense.
And it's going to be Warnament who walks in on the other side of the field. 2-point conversion good. It is now Seneca's 30 and the Lakota Raiders 14 with 7:07 left in the 3rd quarter. Wow. Just like that, quick, we were praising Lakota for getting that turnover, talking about how they need to do something offensively. And then Calvert intercepts the ball, punches it in, 8 points. And this is a completely different looking ball game now that it's 2 scores.
Yeah, whatever momentum the Lakota Raiders had just a couple seconds ago kind of has left the room. You know, it's one thing. You create that turnover in the red zone, all right? And now you're trying to make a drive, get a first down, get out of there. All right, we can do this thing. We can score again. We can make this tie ball game end. Just a bad interception that leads to a quick touchdown. Let's see how they respond. Let's see how they bounce back. Let's see if they can, because they played teams well all year. They've no adversity, all right? They understand it. So they can play through it. They just need to execute here.
I'd like to thank a couple of our sponsors, Fiesel's Frame and Collision, your one-stop shop for vehicle body repair. That's Fiesel's Frame and Collision. Why go to the rest when you can go to the best? It's a family-owned business. They've been in the Tiffin area for years, and they'll take care of you in all of your auto needs. And that's Dussel who takes the return up to the 30-yard line. So let's see if the Raider offense can bounce back after an extremely costly turnover their last go-around. All right, so here we go. 1st and 10 for Lakota. And let's see if they can dial up some of that winning success they had at the end of the first half and get some points. 4 split out wide right, and it's going to be a quarterback keeper right up to the middle. And he's going to work his way around as he's got hands grabbing onto that jersey, dragging him to the ground. Nowhere to go.
Yeah, and he was roughed up there at the end of that play. You can see he's kind of banged up still, walking back to the huddle kind of slow.
And Biddle, he does it all. He plays defense. He plays offense. He's also their punter.
Punter, punt returner, kick returner. He really does it all. He is the Lakota Raiders.
2nd and 7 for the Raiders as they're looking to claw their way back in here. Handoff. That's going to be Zane Fry Quick, who is drugged down at the line of scrimmage. Actually, the original line of scrimmage, so loss in the play. That'll bring up 3rd and long for the Raiders.
Great job there. The running back duo, Rombach and Warnament, bringing them down. Seriously, they're everywhere.
They really are. Two-way stars for this Calvert football team. All right, 3rd and 10 for the Raiders. And this could be a tipping point if they cannot extend this, because Calvert's, they could get the ball back with good field position. And, a little flea flicker, hook and ladder. And Calvert's saying that they got it as it was fumbled away. And is it Calvert?
Early indications are yes.
I thought I saw one of the officials point in the Calvert direction.
One official went one way, the other went the other way. Let's see exactly how they rule it. Recovered by the Senecas.
Yep, there you go. Senecas get the fumble. That's their 2nd consecutive turnover here in the 3rd quarter. Wow. That's
huge.
That is huge for Calvert, no question.
You think they got a little too fancy at running another hook and ladder?
I'm not sure if it was designed or not, but yes.
That's a good point.
Yes. Here we go. Warnament right up the middle. He's got space. 25. He's going to take it out. 20, 15, 10. Pushed out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Cal Warnament with a huge run after the fumble recovery for the Senecas.
My God, it looks like they're putting it on now. Warnament, a great run. You know, it's really interesting. It's fun when you see the running backs take it up the middle, right, and then completely run all the way around to the sideline, right, try to find that extra room and get the edge.
And these two backs for the Senecas, they can do it all. If you ask them to put their shoulder down, they'll power their way forward. We saw that earlier with Warnament. If you need them to scamper outside the hashes, they can do that too. So 1st and goal from the 3-yard line after a huge pickup by Cal Warneman, and they're going to give it back to Warneman. Touchdown, Senecas. And let the competition commence, Zach. That's 2 touchdowns this half for Warneman, only 1 for Rumbach.
So what you're saying, so they're even up now in the season standings?
They're getting there. Rumbach still has the edge with total touchdowns, but Warneman's making a run for it here. Both of them have a rushing touchdown this quarter, but Warneman, he got one in the first half too, so he's up 2-1 so far today.
Man. He was able to just walk in. It seems like every touchdown tonight has been a walk-in touchdown for the Seneca's team.
The blocking has been excellent. 2-point conversion incomplete. That means it's going to remain Calvert 36, Lakota 14. What a change in momentum. That's the only thing I can say here, Zach. Huge change.
One thing I was trying to say before Calvert got their interception there was, Dom, you can back me up, while we were in our pregame interviews, that the coaches were saying these past few years, these games have been really, really tight between the two teams.
No, absolutely.
And I was getting to that point there, and now we have 2 straight forced turnovers and scored touchdowns for Calvert, and they're really flipping the page and making it their game right now.
Yeah, in Calvert, they have one of the highest interception rates in the SBC. They had 14 interceptions coming into tonight's contest, and they've only added to that total. And then, of course, fumbles. They've picked up their fair share of fumbles as well. So their defense has come up huge tonight to steal the momentum away from Lakota. And Calvert they're starting to put on a clinic here in the second half. All right, here we go. Kick is up and away, bouncing. Oh, bounces off of Dussel's fingers. He's going to be forced to rush it out here, and he's got Senecas all over the place. He's going to get around one, get around another, drug down at the 10-yard line. Oh, my, that's a dangerous play in a difficult spot. Wow.
Yeah, Calvert has really kind of mastered that, like, I don't know, squib bounce kick.
Is something a pooch kick? What do you call it?
Well, I don't know, but whatever you call it, it is effective. The kicker is really just is Rombach. He's able to put it at 20, 25 yards right down the middle of the field, real low. It hits once, nothing. Hits twice, nothing. Hits a third time, and it's just 15 feet up in the air.
Makes it extremely difficult to field for Dussel, one of the deadliest return mans in the SBC. So here we go. Biddle is going to take it right up the middle, and he's going to be taken down after a short gain. All right. So looking around the Seneca County area, I believe Columbian Tornadoes have finished off Norwalk and claimed victory here in Week 10. I'm getting text messages from my wife who says, it's over, it's over, it's over. And you can see on our screen here.
The duels, that game is already over. A minute 30 left to play, 41-0. That's hard to watch. I see why she's texting and saying, hey, can we go now? And of course, my daughter, she's in the marching band for Columbian, and they have to stay through the end of the game. And with a minute, that could be a very short minute or a very long minute. Who knows? Well, let me tell you, Carey is playing an even more impressive football game against Seneca East, 56-12.
Wow.
About long minutes, man.
Yeah. Let's. Any news on the Gibsonburg Hopewell Loudon game? That's got league championship written all over it.
And that game looks to be over too, 40-13.
Wow. Ouch.
Man, that's interesting seeing Gibsonburg completely outmatched.
Yeah.
I mean, they have been playing just such good football this year. But that's what you got to expect out of the Hopewell Loudon returning champs. Let's see.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like they've taken the division already. Let's see how they do in the playoffs. That's going to be a fun match to cover.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Williams with the carry on that last one. So now it's going to be 4th and 3 for this Lakota offense, who is just going to be forced to kick it back. And Godfrey, SBC leader in punt returns, he's back there. So he's dangerous. Short punt going to go out of bounds around the 32-yard line. Calvert, another winning possession as they get phenomenal field position for that offense. That offense has just been carving up the defense here in this third quarter of play.
What was that, Connor?
I said, what a turn of events here in this third quarter. Just how quick a game can turn around.
Really, you're right. In a matter of 30 seconds, Calvert and Lakota swapped interceptions, and of course that resulted in Calvert scoring a touchdown. And then Calvert picked up a fumble recovery, which also turned into a touchdown. It's just been a crazy third quarter. So incomplete pass there. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Senecas. I'd like to thank a few of our sponsors. Again, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, TJ Willie's Fine Foods and Spirit, Fiesel's Frame and Collision, Reno's Pizza and Pasta, Sarah Risen, Century 21 Bolte Realty in Tiffin, Ohio, Embroidery and Crafts by Busia, Buckeye IT, Linda Ritzler Accounting, Culligan Water, 5-Star Maintenance, Champs Barbershop, and Pyramid Recruiting Offices.
Warneman runs in for the touchdown.
Somebody might need to recruit Warneman for player of the game later on, as Calvert puts up another score, and Warneman leads the race 3-1 over Rumbuck.
Do you think? I mean, do you think that's something they're bringing up on the sideline? Like, hey.
No, not at all. They are, I think, squarely focused on playoffs, and I was afraid to ask Coach Reeser before the game about the playoffs, and he's like, I don't care. We're going to talk about it because that's the goal. I was like, all right, that works. That works.
I love listening to Reeser talk.
Unfiltered, and it's phenomenal. So touchdown Warneman on a massive run, and it's going to be Warneman again who's going to be stopped on the 2-point conversion. So it's going to be 42-14. Calvert with a commanding lead over the Raiders here from Kansas, Ohio. So 2:49 left in the third quarter, and Calvert has turned a tight game into a not-so-close game. And something that we might need to start considering here, Zach, is that 30-point rule that will keep the clock running, because if Calvert puts up another score, then that's going to kick into play.
Man, how come every time with you there's always a running clock? It feels like every time we're calling a game together.
It's happened a few times.
It is not a close game.
It's happened so often that we have the rules
saved on our phones.
Exactly. Every single one of us has a copy of it because it feels like it's happened so often.
You see here on the dual stream, Nate and Tommy breaking down that game.
As Columbian, another huge victory, and they're looking good heading into the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't think anybody expected it to be that bad.
Another
of a game
one of
from
those
Norwalk.
Bouncing kicks. Dussel takes it 15-20. He's still moving, 25, drugged down.
You know, one thing that is fascinating me is how far them low kicks are going for Rombach.
Yeah, like we were saying earlier, those low kicks, I mean, he is just kicking them hard and straight into the dirt. They're worm burners.
It's just it's the bounce that's the tricky part, because you just don't know when it's going to take off.
Exactly. It's always that second or third bounce that really kicks up. That one didn't kick up at all. So
Dussel was able to return it. Yeah.
Exactly. I don't know if you want to call it a knuckleball. I don't know what you want to say. It's just that's not something you're preparing for in practice either. That's just that's all Dussel.
Absolutely. So here we go. 1st and 10 for Lakota as Williams takes the handoff up the middle, drugged down at the 30-yard line for a short gain, and that'll bring up 2nd and manageable for the Raiders. Heard something about trombones down there, Connor. Are you taking up a new hobby?
I mean, I guess the whole Seneca defense and 2 trombones took down that running back there, according to the announcer.
There you go. Oh, 2nd and 6, and it's going to be Williams up the middle, who's going to be drugged down by 3 Calvert defenders. No gain.
We have the sad trombone button on the soundboard.
Oh, we like to have fun here at Heart of Ohio Sports. And not only is the extreme the best part of it, but you know, the crew is as well. And if we had a camera here, you'd be able to see all of these beautiful people. We've got Zach Dillon doing color, knocked away by Schumacher. We've got Zach Dillon doing color, Connor Roush on the trombone / camera, and then we've got Greg Kinn on the keys.
Had fun all year. Last regular season game.
That's hard to believe.
So fast.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It has.
What a really fast season it's been.
But we've got the 2nd season coming up here, playoffs, guys, and who knows what can happen there. We've got a lot of local teams in the hunt this year, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Ooh, geez. Well, that was kind of an odd kick, as it was Biddle, who looked like he might have run it, and then he kicked it away and immediately got slammed to the turf.
You got Columbian home field advantage.
And they're talking about possibly 2 home games for them.
Yeah, Hopewell home field advantage. That might be 2 as well.
There you go.
You have Cary with home field advantage. I am pretty sure Seneca East will have home field advantage for 1 game. So a lot of locals.
Absolutely.
And you'll find out exactly where we'll be in the coming week.
Yeah,
Rest assured, we'll do 2 games, both playoff games.
No doubt. We got to see how it shakes out ourselves. Like I said, a lot of phenomenal football here in the Seneca County area. So here we go. Schultz gives it to Rumbach, who rumbles off to the right side. He's got some space. He turns it up 30 inside the 20, inside the 40, rather. He's going to be pushed out of bounds around the first down marker, and that should be enough. Yeah, should be enough for a first down. Chain Gang got knocked down a little bit there. So they're resilient, too.
Got to keep your head up.
Yeah. So first down for Calvert, as Rumbach was running with some force on that one.
Well, according to you, Dominic, I think Rombach wants to get that touchdown score back up to 3-3.
I bet his dad is up there in the stands listening, and he's like, come on, Jacob, you're falling behind. Falling behind in the TD count.
And the yards.
Yeah, as Rombach loses yards on that rush.
Great job by Garlic again, getting in there. He's had a pretty productive night.
So it's going to be 2nd and long for the Calvert Senecas as we're under 1 minute here in the 3rd quarter. So we've got about 47, 46 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of play. 42-14, Calvert with a commanding lead over the hometown Raiders. All right, so here we go. Schultz, kind of a pick-your-poison moment as he's got both of his lead backs next to him. Instead, he slings it out to Klaus. Klaus incomplete as he overshoots the receiver. Klaus had double coverage there. Biddle and Dussel both blanketing Klaus, not giving him a chance to reel it in. Klaus has had a bit of a quiet night tonight. He's their leading receiver, of course, but they've only had a couple passes go his way.
Their leading receiver tonight is number 12, Wolf. And he hasn't been super involved in the offense this year. He has been more in coming weeks as we see the screen pass here to Warnament.
Who works his way up behind the line, close to the first down marker, right around the 30-yard line. So it'll be 4th and short for Calvert. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter here from Kansas, Ohio. Calvert 42, Lakota 14.
Hey, this is Connor Roush, and you are watching high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
How are we doing, guys? My name is Joey Krajewski, co-host of the Over Under podcast on Heart of Ohio Sports. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock and every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Thank you, guys.
Like, follow, and subscribe to Heart of Ohio Sports on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter. Welcome back to Heart of Ohio Sports as it's fourth quarter, so put up the fourth quarter here from Kansas. And the Calvert Senecas have a commanding lead, and they're on the hunt as it's going to be Warniment who powers his way up to the 20-yard line and picks up another first down for the Senecas.
You know, one thing that I picked up from you, Dom, is you said that Calvert has had a dud third quarter this season. And
Yep.
I think that was their most productive third quarter they've had this year.
Absolutely. They looked really sharp in that third quarter. So whatever the conversation was, and Zach, you were saying if you were the coach, you would have been really harping on those penalties in the first half. Whatever was said, it worked. Kudos to Coach Reeser there, getting his team focused and lined up for one heck of a third quarter. All right, here we go. It's going to be a run back off to the left side as he runs right up the middle, and he's going to be dropped after a short gain.
Michael Williams and number 12, Jason Menikin. He picked up a couple yards, 2nd and 8.
So it'll be 2nd and 8 for Calvert as they're now inside the 20-yard line. And, of course, if Calvert can tack on a few more points here, you're going to have to whip out that photo of the 30-point rule for the OHSAA. All right, Schultz, Klaus, the receiver, who works his way up. First down for the Senecas.
Great job there by Klaus. Those are some tough yards to pick up.
Gosh, I've just been impressed. The Senecas, every time they touch the ball, they finish. They finish forward, and that makes it so hard on a young defense here that the Raiders have out there.
Again, those are those hidden yards. I mean, people don't really think about that extra push, that extra reach at the end of the play, but that kind of makes a difference.
So 1st and goal from the 6-yard line for Calvert as Rumbach goes in motion here. Going to hand it off to Warniment, who works his way up to the left side, and he's in for another score. Cal Warniment with his 4th rushing touchdown of the evening. And this game is getting ugly.
Well, I tell you what, you can see here Warniment takes it off the C-gap and runs all the way to the outside. Walks in for the touchdown again, man. He is just having himself a night. He's playing like someone who wants to be in the playoffs.
No question at all. And this is the type of game that you need from your football team. Super sharp performance to finish out the final game of the season as you prepare for that second season where if you're in it, you can win it.
Yeah, that's a great point. The regular season doesn't matter after playoffs. And
Rumbach punches into PAT. It's now 49-14. Senecas over the Raiders.
Yeah, like I was going to say, given that this team might just, kind of scratch their way into the playoffs, they don't control their own fate, but we'll see how things play out. It seems likely at this point. The regular season doesn't matter. Anything can happen. Single game elimination, best team moves on that night. So we'll see how they play this game here, and we'll see what we can find out from them in the next couple weeks.
So with that touchdown, we've got the 30-point rule that's in play for the OHSAA. What's that look like, Zach?
Well, as seems tradition here on the Extreme, 30-point differential. Officials timeout. So the clock is stopped only for the following. 1, an official's timeout or an injury timeout. A charge timeout by either team. A change of possession. The end of the third quarter. It's already happened. A score occurs or an extended delay signaled by the referee.
There you go.
In between plays, running out of bounds, none of that stops the clock.
All right, so there you have it. So the clock will continue to move unless Lakota puts some points up as Dussel is horse-collared out of bounds and the flag on the field.
Yeah, you're going to see a flag here. That's going to be called on number 33.
I don't know.
Okay, we have the replay here.
Take a
Let's
look
see
at that.
exactly. Number 22.
Ooh, that's vicious. Oh, man. They just wrapped his arm around his helmet and ripped him to the ground. That can be dangerous, too, if you're not too careful.
Yeah, that's the reason why it's a flag. I mean, that's all about player safety. You can't be dragging anybody around by the head or neck area.
So doing some quick math here, guys. Warneman, he's got 4 touchdowns tonight, and that would be his 8th touchdown of the season.
Okay.
Anybody want to guess how many Jacob Rumbach has this season?
8? 7?
Less. 7.
Oh, boy.
7. Yeah. So Cal Warneman, advantage. Not that it matters because, individual success, it doesn't matter. Team success is what it's all about. But
you don't tell that. You don't say that individual success doesn't matter when it comes to bragging rights, because it absolutely does, especially between these two running backs. I mean, good friends, good teammates.
If he walks around school next week with a giant gold chain around his neck, we know what it really means. So just watch it. Maybe get him one of those belts. You see that photo of the Jets, their Player of the Week awards? They got wrestling belts, and they've got 4 of them so far this year. How about those Jets? Oof, little NFL action there. Quick toss to one of the offensive linemen eligible, number 64, Gabe Garlick. We heard his name on defense. He took the toss, powered it up for a little run.
Yeah, he's one of their offensive linemen, one of their defensive linemen. I believe he plays guard.
Now he's their powerhouse running back.
I tell you what, they never did that for me in high school.
Yeah.
I was one of the tackle eligible play.
That'd be awesome.
The pass, you line up the extra tackle.
Yeah.
Is he a senior? Are they doing that for senior night, getting him to touch the ball one time in his career?
That's a good question. He's a junior, so we're going to get a little more Garlic next year. So here we go. It did not see who was rushing that time.
They got to laugh out of the production. Little extra Garlic coming back next year.
Extra garlic at Reno's Pizza?
Yeah, well, I prefer garlic on the side at Reno's. Reno's they got some good food over there. Love just sitting in there, getting a nice drink to go with some phenomenal food. So here we go.
We're talking about Italian food on 4th and 1.
Well, I mean, Garlic was supposed to take the handoff there, and he fumbled it. He's like, what? Food. So turnover right there.
Okay.
You guys are just hanging me out to dry here, okay?
No,
it's just
not the crickets. No.
No help whatsoever here.
That goes on forever, doesn't it?
You're going to let it go on forever. Man. I mentioned garlic one more time, and you're just going to start putting crickets on right there. And it's like, garlic, whoop. And that's it.
The sound effects are almost never me. But, man, he pressed that button, and I think that goes on forever. until you just stop it. I didn't know that.
No, Greg just lets it go on forever, okay? He has the ultimate control of this broadcast, and he's just using it, his devious powers over there. So we've got some new players out on the field here for Calvert, and we're going to have to do a little homework to pick up some of these youngsters here. So let's see what we can do.
Well, we'll start it out. That was a great defensive effort there by Gilberto Rojas, the third, one of their seniors tonight, getting some time in on the defensive line.
So we've got some fresh faces out there for Calvert, and we want to make sure that we bring them up here. A.J. Schumacher is new on the field, number 5. So he's a name and a face to keep an eye on, as well as Kevin Ardner, who's now in at quarterback, and Ardner slings it over there to Godfrey. Godfrey takes it and is going to be stopped around the 40-yard or the 30-yard line. 40. I was right the first time. 40-yard line here. So Ardner getting his first pass completion of the evening for the Senecas.
All right, so I have a final here for you. Hopewell takes SBC League this year, 40-13 over Gibson.
Wow. Did not see that coming.
Well, you know who did see that coming?
Connor Roush.
Our own Hopewell Loudon alum.
He's all about the details, guys. He's got it on lock. Ardner, meanwhile, picks up a first down for the Senecas. So first down, Senecas. We've got 5:30 left in tonight's ball game. Make sure you stay tuned right here at Heart of Ohio Sports for our post-game show. We're going to recap all of tonight's action, take a quick look around the area and some of those area scores that we've been feeding you all night long. And we're also going to have our player of the game. So stay right here at Heart of Ohio Sports, and we'll have that Your Legacy Federal Credit Union post-game show coming to you in minutes.
Yeah, early thoughts on player of the game. I mean, I don't know. If Calvert's able to hang on to this one, I think Cal Ornament has really impressed me tonight.
He's done one heck of a job. Here we go. It's number 87 rushing the ball. Jacob Kidwell, the freshman, who takes it out to the left side. First down for the Senecas. Kidwell with the carry.
Yeah, this is a time where you get to put your underclassmen in. That does a couple things. That one, rests up your starters, right? So they can go into the playoffs. If they make it into the playoffs, they can go into the playoffs healthy. And also, God forbid you need to put one of these guys in.
They're ready to roll.
Some kind of injury situation. They have a couple reps at least under their belt.
Ardner pitches it to Kidwell. Kidwell off to the left side, rolls his way forward. Tough run for the kid. And just short of the first down marker. And the young freshman playing hard here. I mean, look at this. Jacob Kidwell, the freshman here, he's typically a quarterback. At least he's listed as a quarterback on the depth chart here. So not his usual thing that he does, I suppose. I don't know how much he's practiced this, but he's looked pretty good. So, all right, 2nd and 1, and it's going to be Ardner, quarterback keeper, works his way up for another Calvert first down. And they're inside the 10-yard line, and that's going to bring up 1st and goal for the Senecas. Right around 3 minutes left in tonight's contest, and Calvert Senecas, with this victory, they should position themselves for a really great opportunity to get into the playoffs and hopefully have a great playoff matchup. And I don't know if they'll get a home game or not. Probably not, because they needed a little help. They need a little help here to just get things all lined up to begin with. Yeah. Okay. So Greg's saying it is a possibility.
Greg Kinn.
There you go.
It's possible they do. It all comes down to playoff points, and then that factors into actual team score points. We have Connor Roush with some.
So a win tonight. This is from Mr. Idol here. Calvert with the win could be positioned 8 through out of the playoffs.
They're 14th before tonight's matchup, so
and with a loss, they can be either 12 or out of the playoffs.
Okay.
Any one of those spots.
so they give themselves a great opportunity to be in the playoffs, but still not on lock as Godfrey, the intended receiver, incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd down and goal for the Senecas.
And being a top 8 team, you get home field advantage.
Top 18 gets home field. All right, there we go. So there is a shot at home field advantage for the Calvert Senecas. We gotta wait and see how the rest of tonight shakes out for some of the other area football teams. That way, we'll have a better grasp of where the Senecas land, whether they're out on the road or they get to stay home for a nice, cozy playoff game. Ardner tosses it over there. And he's got number 2, Stevens. And is it a touchdown?
I think they're going to mark him just shy.
Oh, Stevens, a senior.
I saw the touchdown.
Did they signal?
Touchdown signal.
Hey, and it's updated on the scoreboard,
Touchdown.
so yeah.
Touchdown,
You got that replay going?
Stevens. Yeah, Stevens, the senior wide receiver for the Senecas. Check this out.
What a jump cut there.
Yep, there
Early
it is.
signal, all right.
There it is.
He definitely fought for that one. But good.
No question. Stevens, I believe that's his first touchdown of the season. Excellent effort by the senior wide receiver on a night that's been all Senecas.
So question here posed to us guys. What would it look like if Calvert and Columbian both had home field advantage in the playoffs?
I see a game being played at Heidelberg.
Yeah.
Game being played at Heidelberg. Go Berg. Amen.
PAT is no good. So it's going to be 55-14. Calvert Senecas dominating the Raiders here in Kansas. And there's 1 minute and 17 seconds left in tonight's ball game.
33 unanswered points for Calvert.
Wow, that is incredible. They floored it this half and have not looked back at all.
Yeah, and that goes to show the power of halftime adjustments. They came out early. They put up 22 unanswered. All right, this game looked like a blowout. They got in their own head. They got in their own way, and they let Lakota back into the game. And Lakota, to their credit, they fought all the way through. They come out of halftime, and it has been all Calvert. And, you know, Reeser really put that back into their mindset. Like, all right, they're not beating us. We're beating us.
Yeah. I mean,
look what happens when you're able to just buff out those mistakes. I mean, this is a completely different ball game than the one that we saw in the first half.
Yeah, Calvert, they had 8 penalties in the first half. They've only got 1 penalty this half. So you're right. They really ironed out the mistakes.
Wow. Oh, big hit. Delivered by number 56.
It's going to be Parker.
Parker Little. Jeez.
What a hit that was.
Yeah. All right, so the Raiders get their last chance here on offense. We've got about a minute left in tonight's contest. Again, don't go anywhere. We've got our post-game show. We're going to recap some of the area scores. We're going to review tonight's football game. And, of course, we're going to have our player of the game all here at our Heart of Ohio post-game show, sponsored by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. So timeout on the field. Like to thank some of those other sponsors. Rogers Flowers, TPC Food Service, MST Sauce Company, Phillips Electric, Xcarre Mexican Restaurant, First National Bank, Steinmetz Sign and Graphic, Benchwarmers, TJ Willie's, Fiesel's Frame and Collision, Reno's Pizza, Sarah Risen, Century 21 Bolt Realty, Embroidery and Crafts, by Busia, Buckeye IT, Linda Ritzler Accounting, Culligan Water, 5 Star Maintenance, Champs Barbershop, Pyramid Recruiting Lee's famous recipe, the Advertiser Tribune, and Jam's Heritage Vintage Market. Thank you very much for a fantastic football season, and we look forward to having your support in the playoffs.
And, I mean, really, there's no point in number 20 again for Lakota. He's been limping all night. And, it doesn't look like they're going to run another play. Got to kind of let the time run out. And that is your season for the Lakota Raiders. Calvert Senecas have positioned themselves, Dominic, to potentially get out of the playoffs. So,
as Connor was saying, be anywhere from 8th to out of the playoffs. So there you have it as the clock expires here in Kansas, Ohio. The Calvert Senecas, they traveled here and took care of business with a huge 55-14 win over the hometown Lakota Raiders. And you're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. We'll take a short break. We'll come back, recap, and then talk to our player of the game. Hey, this is Dominic Helmstetter, and you are watching high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Hey guys, this is Aaron Steyer from the Over Under Pod. You catch us every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. and Sundays at 8:30. Come join the fun.
like, follow, and subscribe to Heart of Ohio Sports on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter.
Welcome back to Week 10. What's left of Week 10 here from Lakota High Stadium as the Calvert Senecas had a tremendous 55-14 victory over the Lakota Raiders. Okay, and you can see the Senecas huddled up there on the sideline, and we talked a little bit about playoff positioning as they could land anywhere between the eighth seed, which would be a home playoff game, or out of the playoffs altogether. So we're kind of in wait and see mode. Meanwhile, we're going to wait and see who our player of the game is. So before we get there, let's talk about tonight's action. Let's do a quick recap here, Zach. It all started off with Calvert getting out to a fast and furious lead, 22 unanswered points. You had Rumbach with a rushing touchdown, Klaus with a TD catch, and Warnament with a touchdown. Then the defense kind of got into it here as Lakota started to scratch and claw back. Lakota put up a touchdown. They intercepted it, and then they put up another touchdown to round out the first half, and it ended at 22-14 at halftime. Well, whatever Coach Reeser said at halftime clearly worked, as they were able to clean up a lot of those penalty bugaboos that they had in the first half. And the second half was Calvert all the way. Lakota, after getting a huge interception, was then picked off themselves by Calvert, which led to a Rumbach touchdown. And then Calvert got another fumble recovery, which led to a Warnament touchdown, which the next possession led to a Warnament touchdown. You're seeing a theme here, I'm sure. And then fourth quarter rolls around, and you want to guess who scored another touchdown? Cal Warnament. And then it was senior Stevens who ended the night with a TD catch, and that's how you got Calvert 55-14 with a massive victory tonight. Now, if you're a coach, you got to love that momentum going into next week, because you've positioned yourself to have a pretty great chance at a matchup here in the playoffs.
Well, again, it's interesting, right? Because they're positioned to 8 to out of the playoffs. So if everybody ahead of them wins, they could be knocked out of the playoffs entirely.
Yeah.
On the flip side, if everybody ahead of them loses, they're in a position where they have home field advantage. So you're probably going to see somewhere in between. They only need one team slotted ahead of them to lose out. But
such a crazy chain of events right there.
And I tell you what, it's going to be a late night for Coach Reeser watching this scoreboards.
He is not going to sleep. He is not going to sleep
not
at
all. Sleep as we are positioned here to start our post-game interview.
Absolutely. So we've got some amazing action here, and Connor is down there getting things set up for us here. And it was so much fun to talk to Coach Reeser before the game, talking about how they've got weapons, and Lakota, they knew it, and we've got one of those weapons here for us on the broadcast. We don't have visual yet, so I don't know if I want to say his name here, but we're in awe, man. I'm just saying. What a phenomenal night for you tonight. This individual, he had 4 rushing touchdowns, leads the team in rushing touchdowns now. I don't know if you realize that.
We got his face on screen here.
Jacob Rumbach is not going to be happy with you when he starts looking at the stat sheet tomorrow morning. So we've got partial picture here. And joining us, our player of the game, Cal Warneman. Cal, welcome to the broadcast. How you feeling after a huge victory tonight?
Enjoyable game. We came out there and handled business.
Absolutely. So take us into halftime here. We're kind of curious. This is something we were talking about. You guys, you got off to a little bit of a slow start, but when you came back out in the third quarter, you were on fire. What did Coach Reeser say to you in the locker room?
We came out, got a 22-0 start, and then they battled back, and we just got to get our heads focused and keep moving.
It's got to feel pretty good. Now, walk us through this. You scored not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 touchdowns tonight. How does that feel?
I mean, it feels good. Offensive line was dominating out there, and I just had to follow their blocks.
Zach Dillon here. We were talking. Did you know that you needed 4 to pass Jacob Brombach tonight for team leading rushing touchdowns by a running back?
No idea. I love that guy. He's such a leader to me. I just try to follow what he does.
Oh man, well, it's got to be so much fun playing with him. I mean,
yeah.
You guys, do you ever have any competitions during the week? Just the two of you?
Yeah, I always try to do better than he does, but he's such a good leader, man. I love him.
So last question here. This puts you in a pretty good position to make the playoffs and go forward. What's the mentality like on the team right now? What's your attitude going into kind of an uncertain future?
We just got to see who we get. Hopefully we make it. We should. And then upset alert. We just got to get it done.
There you go. You guys heard it here. Upset alert. You've got it here at Heart of Ohio Sports. Cal, thank you very much. You're a player of the game.
Thank you.
I've only got one thing. You're getting a gift card here. I think it's for Madison's. What's the first thing you're going to do with that gift card?
I'm going to get some Griff's chicken chunks.
There we go. All right.
There we go.
Hey, thank you very much, Cal.
Thank you.
Awesome game. Good luck in the playoffs.
Yep. Thank you guys so much.
There you have it. Star running back Cal Warneman for the Calvert Senecas after a huge 4-touchdown performance tonight that helped propel the Senecas to a 55-14 victory over the Lakota Raiders here. Zach, what stood out to you most tonight between these two football teams? The last 3 years, we've had tight contests. Last year, Lakota upset Calvert. What's the difference? What did you notice?
Yeah, the big thing is halftime adjustments. We saw just how good Lakota can play up to the competition. In the first half, they battled back. They really impressed me because a lot of teams, when they go down 22-0 in the first couple minutes of the game, that just it takes a special team to bounce back from that. You know what I mean? And, the halftime adjustment is impressive. We're trying to get things settled around here.
Get a visual of us here.
We'll see how this works out. But like I was saying, it's just so impressive to me that they were able to bounce back. And then Calvert, like we're saying, hello, joining us in the production
hello
booth.
world.
So I was impressed by Calvert and how were they able to make those adjustments. All right, hey, Let's eliminate the turnovers. Let's eliminate the mistakes. And they were, for the most part, able to do that. The penalties completely cut out.
Yeah.
So if you can take that attitude going into the playoffs, it's going to be a really exciting football team to watch.
And during the broadcast, you were talking about discipline, and that discipline showed up in the second half, not just mental discipline, but discipline to execute the plays. And you heard Cal Warneman. He was talking about that offensive line. They were smashing the Raiders back, and they really didn't have a chance once they picked up that momentum.
No, exactly. And, that's just credit to Coach Reeser and what he was able to do over there because, this isn't a slouch of a team, right? They've played tough. This is their first year under the new head coach. And the culture you can see he's building here, really exciting. And so I think, they're a young team now. So this kind of result is not surprising this season. But going forward, I think their future is really, really bright.
So looking around the area here, we've got the Tiffin Columbian Tornadoes. They're in the playoffs. They will be hosting a playoff game, possibly two. So that'll be exciting to see how that turns out. We will also have Seneca East. They are in the playoffs, and they are also hosting, I believe. We found out.
They are 7-3 for the regular season, so they will be hosting.
Okay, so Seneca East will be. They'll be hosting. We've got Hopewell Loudon, the Chieftains there in Bascom, Ohio. Huge victory over Gibsonburg. Not only do they pick up the league championship, but a home game as well. So there's a lot of exciting playoff football here in the Seneca County area.
I don't think we should count out Cary as well for how dominant they've been these last two seasons. And they've had another undefeated season. Pretty much dominated every game. Last week was a little battle with Upper, but with them as well, another local team.
There you go.
Out there and hosting 2 home games this year.
So we're going to have to stay tuned to see how things shake out, see who the matchups are, who they're matched up with, and get the times, dates, everything down pat. And when we do that, we're going to make sure that we put you all on blast so that you can watch every single moment of playoff football here from Heart of Ohio Sports on the X Stream. And we'll let the A Stream get in on it, too. Tomorrow. Yeah, we'll let them. And, of course, we're going to have a wrap-up show tomorrow where you're going to get a lot of highlights from all of tonight's action. So make sure you stay here and stay tuned to Heart of Ohio Sports bright and early tomorrow morning.
That show is going to be live from the Fox's Den at Heidelberg University on homecoming. That's going to be an exciting game. It's going to be an exciting day. The atmosphere at Heidelberg Homecoming is very, very fun.
It is. The alumni come in full force. They've already got their RVs on campus, and they're tailgating before the game. So game day edition tomorrow, and the scoreboard, Saturday scoreboard show there at 9 a.m. Awesome graphics. So, gentlemen, I think that'll about do it for us. So for all of these beautiful people right here, we've got Connor Roush on the camera. We've got Greg Kinn on the keys, Zach Dillon. And for Heart of Ohio Sports here, I'm Dominic Helmstetter. Thank you very much for tuning in and joining us all season long. Can't wait to see you again during playoffs.